Magnus is an individual who sets his standards so high. He's a perfectionist. He never likes to lose, and that's the mindset that you need in this professional wrestling business. But some of these recent defeats, really taking him out of his game.
Mike, who likes to lose?
Well, I'm saying the way that he's lost recently.
You're better than that, Mike. No one likes to lose, for God's sake.
And his opponent, also representing the main event mafia from Venice Beach, California, the Icon, Sting!
And that's where Sting fits into the equation. Of course, nobody likes to lose. It's all about winning. That's the way you make your way up the ladder of success. And that's what Magnus, at 26 years of age, is all about. As a result, over the course of the past month or so, and we just saw it in the video package, a couple of false moves, false steps, inadvertent interference on the part of Sting cost him a match. But we've seen that reaction from Magnus until it reached the point where Sting stepped in, and Sting actually, the Icon, is the one that issued the challenge to his fellow main event mafia member.
You know, can I say something? You know what I think?
Go!
I think both these guys have ego issues, and they both love the spotlight. Sting I never liked. I don't like Sting at all.
You have
That's
to
a whole
love the
story.
spotlight if you're going to be in this business.
Of course you do, but you got to be humble. Humility is a great thing for a man, for God's sakes, okay?
What are you talking about?
Both these guys, they're all about themselves, and they're both on the same team in the main event mafia. I understand Sting's trying to pull something out of Magnus. Everybody's trying to pull something out of Magnus. This guy has got all the tools to be on the top of the food chain in our industry.
Well, let's see if,
So
if he can deliver on the big stage. That's what this match is all about. Sting has referenced it in the past. The fact that he had that 45-minute time limit draw with Ric Flair back at a Clash of Champions event many, many years ago. Sting knows that's the match that puts Sting on the wrestling map.
Why? I understand that.
So as a result, he's giving Magnus an opportunity.
That, and
Magnus said it earlier. The door's open.
I got it. I understand it. I respect that. I have an opinion on it. I'm not going to say it because then I'm going to upset people. I don't want to do that. I like to be nice to my fans and everybody. Ooh! So I'm not going to say it. Right there, Sting with a nice clothesline. Magnus, smart enough to get out of the ring for a second. Well, he should have maybe stayed out of the ring longer, but, you know.
How about the success that the Icon Sting has had at our huge Bound for Glory events over the course of the past several years? On 3 occasions at Bound for Glory, Sting has become world heavyweight champion. And you know that in the back of Sting's mind, that's something that has to help him in terms of raising the level of confidence here against Magnus.
Can I ask you something? I'm going to say it now. I'm not going to bite my tongue. Why do you need a match with a guy to make you? Why? I didn't have one. What do you need a match to make you for? You make you. That's how I look at it.
Yeah, but it's a win. It's a competitive match against someone on the level of a Sting. At this point in Sting's career, at this point in Magnus's career.
You see Sting letting the man in the ropes, trying to be respectful. I understand. He's trying to be a mentor, trying to be a leader.
Exactly.
That's what Sting's doing. I understand that. I'm just saying in my opinion, I don't agree with it. I'm engaged in this match. Of course, it's 2 excellent competitors. And I think it's great to see 2 main event Mafia members beat the snot out of each other.
Look at that European uppercut.
From a European.
True. And
Now let's see, Mike, if
it rocks Sting. Hit him with such impact.
Thanks for interrupting while I'm talking. But let's see if Magnus lets Sting in the ring. Oh, there you go. See?
Why not?
Well, I guess he's respectful. It's respectful. You got to respect Sting. Oh! Now that's a guy with a winning attitude.
Well, it was mutual respect. He let Sting back in.
I like that.
That was nothing illegal about that, right?
No, it's called being an opportunist.
Sure.
And that's what successful people do. They take advantage.
That's the whole idea behind this match, that the opportunity's there for him. Definitely a matchup in terms of experience on the part of Sting versus the youth of Magnus at 26 years of age.
Yeah, you see right there now, this is a great move to wear down your opponent and bring the oxygen out of his body with a body scissors like that. The big, strong legs of Magnus. He's a big, powerful kid. Everybody knows that. He's put together like a monster, so that's going to wear down Sting.
Well, that was one of the intriguing aspects when I thought about this match in advance of tonight. The chance is here for Magnus. What kind of a strategy is he going to employ here against Sting?
I don't know. I think that, oh, whoa, nice. That's well done with that pin. I also think, I mean, Sting sending a message with that T-shirt. Aren't you intrigued about that T-shirt? Did you know? Yeah, you obviously didn't notice the T-shirt. I'll tell you the T-shirt. It's the Union Jack shirt with the Sting face. He's kind of sending a message right there.
I like the idea behind that. Maybe at the same time, it's showing respect for his opponent here.
Oh, maybe he's trying to get ahead of Magnus.
Well, maybe he's trying to get in his head, or maybe it's a tribute to Magnus.
Or maybe it's a sarcastic way of wearing a T-shirt.
Well, that's exactly the road that you would go.
You wear T-shirts sarcastically. Sarcastic clothing. Right now, look at Magnus wearing out the midsection. That's where he had the body scissors on the midsection. No, wearing out, look, the back, the stomach, the whole middle of the body, the core, as us athletes call it, of the body. The core.
Yeah, when it comes to being a wrestler, is there anything more important than that core?
No, you need the core. That's what gets the body rolling and moving. That's how you're impactful. And you got to just assume the longer this match goes, because of the age difference between these two guys, advantage goes Magnus.
Whoa!
Except for that backdrop. Yeah, that might not be good.
Dealing with an icon. We'll see if that advantage plays out or not. Nice follow-up moves to the back body drop by Sting. The running clothesline takes him down, and then going to go Stinger splash in the corner.
That's what you don't want. Now you got to be careful.
Whoa, look how early here. Going Scorpion. Deathlock.
Looks like a guy trying to beat another guy to me. So much for friendship and being a mentor. But I get it.
What do you mean?
What do you mean what I mean?
This match is about competition.
I got it. I understand that.
Friendship has, I mean, yeah, they're friends, they're main event Mafia members. At the same time, it's about competing and proving yourself here. And that's what that deathlock is applied.
Well, Magnus, I don't know how he's going to get out of this. He's in the middle of the ring. It's going to be tough. Look at the power right there of Magnus.
We've seen the leg strength. Yeah, throughout this match, that's been the trademark of Magnus. It started with the body scissors.
That young, powerful athlete that Magnus is. That's that youth. That's the strength. But both men, same thing in mind there with that double clothesline.
What a collision.
Sting right here. Both men down. You got to wonder who gets to their feet first. Could possibly have the advantage.
So impressed with the leg strength of Magnus here in the early going of this match, both in terms of offensively with the body scissors as well as defensively.
No effect.
No.
Wow, that's like...
Now that's trying to get into Sting's
that's a mock of Sting.
Sure.
We've seen Sting do that back in the day to Ric Flair. And that's... Wow, that's pretty interesting.
Whoa!
And there's his own version of a Stinger splash.
Right. Oh!
Wow.
Magnus going to go for the pin and the win and gets two.
Sting, maybe Sting's regretting the fact, trying to be a glory hound here and take this match on.
What are you talking about?
What am I talking about? Wanted to take this kid on in the match. Now look at this. Might be going for that Kingsland Cloverleaf, the finishing move. Similarities to a Scorpion Death. A leg lock. Punch right there by
Magnus. Laying in those big right hands, and Sting stares him down.
Well, there's the OG of busting out the crab and not feeling the effects of the punches, and that's the real splash.
Got good time elevation on that one. And again, follow up to the Stinger splash. Is the Scorpion. Gets the approval from the crowd, steps over, and applies the pressure.
Second time in the match, the Scorpion's applied. Puts a load of pressure, not just on your legs, on your lower back. Those small muscles in your lower back. This hold is nasty.
Oh, and just when it looked like Magnus was going to be able to get the break, Sting drags him back out to the center. Boy, Magnus again trying to fight through that pain and at the same time make up ground and get close to the ropes, and that time he got the break.
Sure did, but how much energy did he exert? How much power out of the body of Magnus? He's a young man, he's a young athlete, so he's loaded with that, I'm sure, but... Oh, wow, so much for my thinking. That bolo-like uppercut forearm really caught Sting, went for one too many splashes.
Oh, look at that.
That's out of Sting's book right
True.
there.
Trying to beat Sting with his own move that time. Scorpion death drop applied by Magnus. Now Sting down, and Magnus, who's very comfortable up top, his Sting in his sights and drops the elbow, and he nailed that elbow.
Oh my God.
Lateral press. Here's the pin. Whoa.
The athleticism. I mean, you know, you got to kind of try to possibly hook a leg or two if you can. You got a little cocky, did Magnus, on that cover, but you really got to tip your cap on that elbow off the top. Great job. You saw that camera work from over the top of the ring.
Yeah, beautiful shot.
How far across the ring that Magnus actually sailed, and he might be going to it again here. Check this out. Let's see what happens.
Here he comes.
You got to do it quick if you're going to do it, Magnus. Oh, get out of the way. Last second did Sting.
That was close.
Wow. Well, that's, you see, that's having that ring savvy, that experience, being battle tested, having that experience over the youth.
What we talked about right from the outset of this match, and we're watching it play out right here.
He's hanging on the ropes to block that Scorpion death drop.
And well done by Magnus, reeling off that series of elbows to the chest. Again, Sting goes back to it. And look at Magnus laying those shots to the head.
Man, I don't know how Sting's not busted open.
Whoa.
I think that last elbow really caught Sting on a button. Those elbows were vicious.
Yeah, the ferocity of Magnus to send those strikes to the head.
Look at Sting.
Sting says, bring it.
Almost like Sting's trying to bring the fight out of Magnus. I don't know if you need to do that. Ooh, nice double leg. Sting
swinging a miss with the clothesline. And now off that double leg. Going to try and go submission again.
Let's go for that Kingsley Cloverleaf again. And
Sting fights it, but finally Magnus able to turn him over.
Does he have it all the way in? Sting's got those big, long legs, big, thick legs. That Kingsley Cloverleaf is in pretty good. Sting is in a load of pain. You don't see him in this position much. And the similarities between this hold and the Scorpion is just kind of crazy. Oh, man, Sting might have to tap out.
Sting fighting. And he just can't fight anymore.
Whoa! Holy smokes.
Your winner, Magnus.
Ain't that something right there? We just witnessed something pretty wild. Hey, no shame in tapping when you get caught with a hold like that. Kingsley Cloverleaf, and you force an icon, a Hall of Famer like Sting to tap out.
How important was it here as that match progressed, where the younger man in Magnus beat the experienced Sting?
Well, I think it played a huge part in the victory for Magnus. The longer this thing went, the stronger Magnus seemed, and the more it seemed like Sting might have been losing a little bit of steam.
Let's talk about what Sting did here tonight. He opened the door. He gave Magnus the opportunity to prove himself on this huge stage. And let's be honest, Magnus came through in the clutch.
Well, let's be honest. The best thing that happened to Magnus in this match was he won. He was the victor. He made an icon tap out. He beat the legend known as Sting on a big stage known as Bound for Glory. And now what's Sting up to here? What's Sting up to? Look at this. Sting looked like maybe he wanted to,
what I thought,
kind of say to Magnus, a great job. And Magnus soaking in the celebration here. Sting showing respect for the younger Magnus. Not a lot of respect there.
I don't know.
I guess Magnus don't do humble well.
But what he did well was gain a victory tonight at Bound for Glory. And not just any victory, because Magnus has just defeated an icon.
He just had a legendary match and beat an icon and blew him off at the end of it.
Interesting to watch the interaction between our TNA president Dixie Carter and Magnus as he makes his way down to the ring. In the mind of Magnus, it's time for him to make history. Magnus looks to become world champion for the very first time.
Well, listen, if you're Magnus, you got to look at Dixie Carter like you know what? I mean, because Dixie Carter just laid some heavy info and reminders to Jeff Hardy.
Boy, did she ever.
So, if you are Magnus, you might want to really worry now. What is Jeff Hardy going to do here in this match for the World Heavyweight title?
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is scheduled for one fall and is the finals of the World Heavyweight Championship title tournament. When the bell rings, the man in charge, TNA official, Mr. Brian Hebner. And now, ladies and gentlemen, introducing the combatants. First of all, standing to my left, weighing in at 243 pounds, he comes to us from Cameron, North Carolina. He is the charismatic enigma, Jeff Hardy. And now, introducing from Kingsland, England, weighing in at 248 pounds, this is Magnus. Ladies and gentlemen, the rules of this matchup as follows. The winner will be determined by the first man to exit over the top of the steel cage and retrieve the World Heavyweight Championship above the ladder on the stage. This is Dixieland.
This is it, tournament finals. Opportunity here for both Jeff Hardy and Magnus, with the World Heavyweight Championship going to the winner. And our TNA president, Dixie Carter, up on the stage, watching every move in our Impact Wrestling main event. Remember what she said to Jeff Hardy. Think about what's best for Dixie Carter. It's not what's best for Jeff Hardy and his family.
Well, I'll tell you, the door is locked, so you gotta get, you're not going through the door. There's a big old chain lock, padlock on that deal, but I gotta tell you, Jeff Hardy, rough night so far for Jeff Hardy, in my opinion, because there's been so much said to him, about him, accusations, all the stuff from the tippy top of the show by Magnus. The guy has to try to focus on being crowned the new world champion here.
I mean, Dixie just said to him, you could be out of a job just like AJ Styles, and you need Dixie Carter a lot more than Dixie Carter needs you.
Well, don't we all? I do. Jeff Hardy seems to be in the zone. I'm talking, Mike. Hold on. Jeff seems to be in the zone. You can talk now. Go ahead.
Offensive Hardy. He's got it rolling. Able to spring with both boots right into the chest of Magnus. And that confidence level of Hardy only going to rise as he dishes out this offense. But escaping the cage, and you talked about the door being padlocked, exiting the cage by going over the top, that's just step number one in Dixieland.
Oh, yeah, and tell us too, Mike. I don't want to upcut you.
You've got to make your way up the ramp where the ladder is positioned, up at the top of the entrance ramp. You got to climb the ladder, and you have to take down the championship belt to become champion, as Magnus quickly from behind and dropped Hardy in his tracks with that clothesline.
Dixieland is perfect for Dixie Carter, because that's how Dixie rolls. That's how TNA president rolls. You got to jump through hoops. She wants you to pay your dues, and that's what Dixieland is.
Magnus looks to take care of step one in this two-step program. Gonna climb up and gonna deliver more offense, and he missed with that patented top rope elbow. It's gained him many wins over the past year or so.
Well, the question is, Mike, is this the time for Magnus? Everyone says this guy's got world champ written all over him. He's a future world champ. The future's now. Can Magnus do this?
Jeff Hardy heads to the corner, and now is Hardy going to dish out offense, or is Hardy going to try and escape the cage?
Look at this now in hot pursuit. Here comes Magnus right behind Hardy, and this is dangerous up there. Got to be careful for both men. You can hear the physicality. This is for the World Heavyweight title, man.
Series of elbows. Then Magnus goes face first into the cage. Watch Hardy fly. Oh, and he missed the swanton.
The ultimate risk taker is Jeff Hardy. Sometimes it works, sometimes it don't. Let's take a look at the replay here. As I'm saying, sometimes you're the hammer, sometimes you're the nail. In this instance, Jeff Hardy, well, he was the man. Yeah. Watch this, look at this.
Yeah, all risk and no reward for the charismatic Enigma. Final resolution, it's huge tonight on Spike, and you know that Genesis is next because for the first time ever, Spike TV is bringing Genesis to the Von Braun Center in Huntsville, Alabama, live on January the 16th. Tickets on sale now. Log on to ImpactWrestling.com. Find out how you can be a part of what is going to be another unforgettable night of action.
Now Magnus, he's going to try and make it over the top of that cage for step one. But Jeff Hardy, he senses it.
Hey, wait a minute, is that EC3? What's EC3 doing out here?
I don't know, you got me. I mean, I'm assuming just to support Andy, I guess. I mean, it is Dixieland, hello.
World Heavyweight title hangs in the balance, and you can see Jeff Hardy looking up at the ramp and seeing Dixie Carter and Ethan Carter III. Bad landing for Magnus. It's Magnus and Hardy. Who will prevail? Who will become World Heavyweight Champion? More of our main event after this. And ladies and gentlemen, we are back on Impact Wrestling. This is our final resolution main event for the World Heavyweight Championship. It's Jeff Hardy versus Magnus. Dixieland matchup. TNA President Dixie Carter up on the ramp watching. Of course, Dixie up there with her nephew EC3 as Hardy trying to go out through the camera hole.
I was just trying to get out of here to get to that next step, and you see Magnus, relentless, hanging on to that ankle, pulling Hardy back in. Watch out, watch out! Ooh. Oh man, I saw that coming.
Free leg of Hardy, able to not only connect with the blow, but give him separation where he can start the offense.
Well, even though, look at that, look at that. Even though Magnus has a big-time size advantage on Hardy, Hardy's so quick, and the veteran will strike at any moment.
What do you think Ethan Carter III, Dixie's nephew, EC3, what do you think he is doing out here with Dixie?
Mike, I don't know. I don't know what he's doing out here. I mean, he's a Carter. The world needs him, and they can do whatever the hell he wants, I guess. Right now, World Heavyweight title hangs in the balance as the cliche goes.
But it literally does hang in the balance. It hangs above the entrance ramp. You've got to escape the cage, number one. And then you've got to make your way up the ramp, climb the ladder, and take down the championship to win Dixieland and become the World Heavyweight Champion.
I know all that. Anyway, so right now, look at this! Oh! That springboard back into a splash. I don't think I've ever seen Hardy do that move, but it definitely grounded Magnus, and he might have hurt himself in the process, too.
Yeah, the question is this going to inhibit? Is this going to stop Jeff Hardy from escaping the cage? You thought it was a move that when he hit it, it might give him that separation and allow him to get out of the cage and make his way up the ramp.
You could see the angst on the face of Dixie Carter, our TNA president. She's looking at one of these men will be the new TNA World Heavyweight Champion at the conclusion of this match.
There it is! It could be Jeff Hardy because that twist of fate that he just caught Magnus with, and he goes back and tried it a second time. But no, man, he got clipped.
Great job, Magnus, very smart. Take out the wheel, the knee, the back of the leg of Jeff Hardy.
It's a perfect strategy.
Oh, no doubt. You take out Hardy's leg, man, you're taking out a good 80% of that guy's offense.
Then at the same time, it stops him from being able to climb the cage as quick as he normally would, and also climb the ladder to take down the title.
Absolutely, and here, the Kingsley Cloverleaf, which I renamed, was the Texas Cloverleaf. You can see the pain that Hardy's tapping out. It don't matter.
This isn't a submission or pin type of match. But think of what that has done to stop Hardy's offense even more.
Very smart. Back clips the knee, puts on the Kingsley Cloverleaf, and now you know Hardy's down and out. But it's hard for Magnus to climb out of this cage here.
Yeah, Magnus trying to make his way up the side of the cage. You can see gasping for air right there. And that enables Hardy to sneak in from behind and pull him down from his attempt to escape the steal.
There's an opening right here, Mike. If you're Jeff Hardy, you gotta try and go into the reserve tank and get some pressure on Magnus. Look at this kid, Magnus. He's too big, he's too strong.
Oh, man. Power move by Magnus. Gives him the chance now to either go for more offense or escape the cage. And he's gonna go for more offense. Could be the elbow drop. Here he comes. Nailed it.
Point of the elbow right in the sternum, middle of the chest. Let's take another look. Watch the impact here of this huge elbow drop by Magnus. Bam! Hits its mark, man. Great job.
And again. World Heavyweight Championship now goes to the winner of this first ever Dixieland match here at Final Resolution, and Magnus' confidence level is rising.
Definitely in the proverbial driver's seat is Magnus right now. Oh, wait a minute. Might have hit a speed bump there.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh, whisper in the wind. It came out of nowhere.
Both men down now. Both men down. Gotta try to get to your feet. I mean, you gotta get out of the cage. You gotta climb over the top to get out of this cage one way or another. You gotta get out of the cage to get to that next step, Mike.
Well, I think the move right there from Hardy caught Magnus completely unaware. Hardy hit it off the top, and now Hardy can take step one in Dixieland, and that's by escaping the cage.
World Heavyweight title on the line. Opportunity here. Jeff Hardy looks like he's looking good here to get to this next level.
I mean, Magnus still down.
I know. Hardy's in a great spot to get to the next level in Dixieland. Wait a minute. Oh, what? Wait. Oh, Hardy, what? No. No.
Are you kidding me? Oh, my God! Whisper in the wind off the top of the steel cage. Are you kidding me?
Complete insanity. Let's take another look here. A couple of different angles. Three angles I'm getting worried we're going to see. There's one. Look at this insanity. This is completely sick. There's the third.
Looks better every time.
Yeah, unless you're Magnus.
True.
Great stuff right there. Great camera work. Great athleticism by Jeff Hardy to leave it all out there. You got to get out of the cage now, Jeff. You got to get out of that cage.
Yeah, but escaping the cage, that's just the first half of the process in Dixieland. Then you've got to go up the ramp, you've got to climb the ladder, and you've got to take down the World Heavyweight Championship belt to be crowned the new champion.
So right now, Hardy, he's got a little momentum here, but look at Magnus. He's stirring around. Uh-oh.
Yeah, both men
have a race here.
Looking to escape the steel cage at the same time. I think Hardy's slightly ahead at this point.
Yeah, but you still got to run up that ramp.
Yeah, that's the advantage for Magnus. He's on the ramp side of the cage.
Look, EC3. What did EC3?
Questioning about EC3 being out here. What
the hell?
What?
Wow, yeah, I guess maybe the fix isn't. Jeff Hardy maybe did take the bait. This is all a ruse by Dixie and Jeff.
EC3 coming out here to interfere in this match, trying to get Magnus involved, and Magnus kicking EC3 down off the cage. But now there's the opening for Jeff Hardy.
He's got to try and get up that. Oh, wait.
Look at this.
Oh!
Hey, Jeff Hardy's not going to take the bait. There's that twist of fate by Hardy. Jeff Hardy is not going to play Dixie Carter's game.
EC3 was just trying to help Hardy. Hardy's nuts. Too much pride in that guy.
No, he wants to prove that he's the better man one-on-one against Magnus. That's what this is all about.
Well, you're right, because now he's jumped on Magnus, and now Magnus, Hardy, boom, boom, punch for punch. This is good stuff, man.
Physicality between these two men fighting to be World Heavyweight Champion. And Magnus just rocked Hardy with the uppercut.
Man, Mike, Dixie Carter, TNA president up on top of that stage, she's got to be pissed off that Hardy didn't take the bait. Got to be pissed off.
And now Magnus, he's got the chance. Climb the ladder. Wait a minute, here comes Hardy back again. Watch out. There it is again. Twist of fate. Oh, that time on the ramp.
Well, Hardy got gigantic pride and wants to win this thing on his own, as you were saying. And now he might be get the opportunity to do just that. If I'm Dixie Carter, I would be livid at Hardy right now for not taking this opportunity.
And now Hardy, as he makes his way towards the ladder, he's got to come face to face with our TNA president.
You can read her lips. She said, "Over my dead body, you don't cross the boss." And that's what Hardy did here.
Oh! Whoa! Do you believe that?
Well, he's hell-bent. Hardy's hell-bent on getting that world title up top of that ladder, and
Hardy obviously not concerned about those warnings about his job earlier from Dixie Carter. Throws a shirt right in Dixie's face.
the crown of the world champion here.
Hardy just take down the...
Who's that? Who is that? Oh, my God.
The chief of staff.
Oh, my God. Did you see that landing?
The hell?
Did you see Hardy's head? Mike, watch
I
this.
saw it.
Oh, hold on. Watch this.
God.
Oh, my God.
Rockstar Spud. Look, watch this.
Oh.
Oh, man.
Oh, man, that was bad. That was really bad. I can't believe Rockstar Spud, this kid, he came through for Dixie here, one way or the other, and
No, the Magnus. Don't do it. Don't do it this way. This isn't the way to win the World Heavyweight Championship.
oh, he's doing it, Mike. He's doing it. He's going to do it big. I can't believe this. This kid Magnus, he's finally going to do it. And it's done. New world champ.
The winner of the match and new heavyweight champion of the world, Magnus.
I don't believe it. The opportunity to make history, the opportunity to become World Heavyweight Champion for the very first time. Yes, Magnus victorious, but Taz, the story is how he accomplished that.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is scheduled for one fall and is your main event of the evening. It is title versus title for one undisputed heavyweight champion of the world. When the bell rings, the man in charge, TNA senior official, Mr. Earl Hebner. And now, live from Universal Studios Orlando, it's our main event of the evening. Introducing, first of all, standing in the corner to my left. He weighed in this morning at 224 pounds and comes to us from Gainesville, Georgia. He is the phenomenal AJ Styles. And introducing, standing in the corner to my right, he weighed in this morning at 245 pounds and comes to us from Kingsland, England. This is Magnus.
And this is what it's all about. Winner takes all. World champion versus world champion in this Impact Wrestling main event. And quite honestly, AJ Styles is a man on an island. AJ thought that he had people in the locker room, people that we would be watching his back tonight. But every one of those individuals has been systematically taken out, injured, even to the point where the icon Sting was threatened.
Well, it's interesting you say that. I had the monkeys in the truck pull up. Check this out. Pull up that Twitter there, guys. I had to pull this up. Dixie sent out a tweet on Tuesday, which I find very interesting. Read that. Read that what she tweeted. See that? And it kind of runs stereo what we heard Dixie say to Sting earlier tonight about how dangerous pro wrestling is.
And this was on Tuesday. It seems like this plan may have been days in the making.
You damn Skippy. And right now I feel it's the fall of the guy in the black and blue and the guy that's the real world champ that's taking a breather right now.
Is that what you call it?
That's a breather. He will.
A little early in the match for a breather, don't you think?
He might have tweaked his knee there.
Get out of here.
These guys so musky, he takes a step out of the ring, he can blow a quad. I'm joking. Magnus is in control. He runs the tempo of the match. He's the boss. In my opinion, he's the real world champion.
Well, let's talk about this match. In terms of tempo, in terms of pace, in terms of factors like AJ Styles' experience versus Magnus's youth.
What youth? Magnus is some greenhorn kid.
27 years old.
So what? What, he just break into business? He's some greenhorn kid?
Just break into the business, but he just became World Heavyweight Champion for the first time.
Okay.
AJ Styles, a 5-time World Heavyweight Champion.
Well, while you're waving the flag of AJ Styles, I can assure you AJ Styles isn't waving a Mike Tenay flag. He's also not waving a TNA flag. Look at this. Look at this.
No.
There you go. There you go.
Dixie Carter's nephew, EC3, Ethan Carter III. Dixie Carter's Chief of Staff, Rockstar Spud.
No disqualification, right?
Yeah, of course. Well, you know that they're going to exploit that. Hit the ring, and now the double team on AJ. Oh, shot for EC3, one for Spud. Inverted atomic drop, and a back elbow for EC3. Oh, and then Magnus comes in and gets nailed by the AJ kick. He's gonna go for the Styles Clasher early. Oh, but he left himself wide open, and he got dropped by EC3.
EC3 is like a freaking Ferrari, baby.
Come on.
For a Ferrari.
In a match this important, in a match with this much at stake.
A Ferrari hitting a pickup truck with Georgia plates. That was a good one. This is what you get when you cross the boss, AJ Styles. This is what you get when you think you're bigger than the company. This is what you get when you don't realize who built you. And you don't have respect for that lady.
And in spite of being threatened earlier, here comes the Icon Sting to help out AJ. And we know how much Sting has been dying to get his hands on EC3.
Again, it's no disqualification. This is all good in the hood right here. Oh, EC3 landed hard. Oh! Those are nice shots right there by Styles.
Fortunately for AJ, Sting comes out and makes this a one-on-one situation. Who becomes the undisputed champion? AJ Styles or Magnus? The answer right after this. And ladies and gentlemen, we are back. This is our huge stakes main event on Impact Wrestling. It is a title unification match. Champion versus champion, AJ Styles versus Magnus, but now, look at this, from the back, it's the Bromans and DJ Zima with the attack on Sting.
Oh man, this thing is, it's crazy here. Again, no disqualification, and it's just, wow.
Are you kidding me? Off the DDT by DJ Zima. Magnus covers Styles, and AJ kicks out. This is ridiculous.
I gotta say, it's a little crazy. Definitely craziness. Oh, AJ's done here. Look at that bro down. Beat him here. Beat him now. Just get it over with.
Yeah, after the World Tag Team Champions
Come on, ref.
and you can see the disgust.
No disqualification,
Senior
Earl.
official Earl Hebner counts 2, and AJ kicks out before 3. Look of disbelief on the face of the Bromans at the resiliency of AJ Styles. But this is beyond a numbers game. And look at Magnus just sit back in the corner and watch.
Well, listen, they're going to do his heavy lifting for him. This is what AJ deserves, right? AJ says he got all his friends.
Sting.
Where's his friends? Where's all his buddies?
Now Sting back in.
There's his one friend.
Now out goes DJ Zima. And now Sting on the attack here against the Bromans. Fortunately for AJ, he's got Sting to watch his back.
Well, AJ now showing some power here. Look at this. Oh!
Right across the knee for Robbie E. But now when he turns around, he's got to deal with Magnus. And AJ unleashes the offense.
Oh, no.
Gonna go for the Styles Clash. No, not bad influence. Oh!
Wow. Well, that's his former buddies. Man, what an attack. All over AJ Styles.
It's way too much. Look out. Oh, Kazarian and Daniels. Double team on Styles. And now Magnus gonna sneak back in again.
Got him.
Don't count, Earl. Don't count.
You gotta count, Earl.
Earl's fed up with this.
It's part of the rules. It's no disqualification.
Yeah, but I mean, come on. There's no disqualification. And then there's this. There's a numbers game, but then there's this.
Earl's gonna have a heart attack. Better chill out.
Well, Earl's frustrated, just like we all are, at what's going down here
I'm
in a
not
match
frustrated.
of this importance.
I'm not frustrated at all. It's part of the rules. The man signed
You keep saying that.
The man signed a freaking contract. Wow.
Earl's fed up. Earl Hebner's had it up to here.
That's all right.
Wait a minute, what are you doing here, Dixie? He don't belong out here. I'm telling you, I don't care.
What the hell is going on here?
On what has been a night of Dixie Carter's intimidation. When Earl goes to the back, she brings Earl Hebner's own son, Brian Hebner, out here to officiate the match. Oh, another gang attack, and another cover, and again AJ kicks out at 2.
And you can see Magnus getting really, really snapping, like frustrated here.
Sting gonna try and fight back. Gets out of the clutches at ringside. Sting in the bromance. Double Scorpion death drop outside. I mean, Sting is just one person to try and help AJ. Sting Scorpion on EC3 outside. I mean, the Icon doing everything within his power to try to make this a fair fight. But it's anything but a fair fight.
Magnus right now got AJ in his sights. Can do whatever he wants right here, I think.
Oh, gonna go for the cloverleaf, but before he can connect with that Kingsland cloverleaf, Styles able to kick him away. But now AJ's got to deal with bad influence. And does!
Oh.
With a little help from the Icon Sting.
This is complete insanity. To see who's going to be the world champion.
How has AJ Styles even survived to this point against this kind of a beat-down shot into the corner? Kazarian and Daniels stacked up. Flying forearm shot by AJ Styles. Here comes Stinger splash on Daniels. And Sting punctuates it. Takes Daniels out. DJ Zima goes flying. Right into the cameraman.
No, Daddy went flying. Oh, watch out. Oh, he's going for that submission, that calf killer.
He's got the calf killer submission applied. Ring positioning is great. Is Magnus, what the hell? Kazarian from behind decks the referee. Just as Magnus was going to tap, just as AJ was going to become the unified champion.
Now Hebner's out, the other Hebner's out, that ref.
Oh! How did AJ do that? Pele kick.
Magnus, there's your opening. Zone in, do something here. His knees all hurting, Magnus. Come on, bud.
Oh, AJ able to slide down. Gonna double him over with the boot.
Oh, no.
Gonna take him up. Now Styles clash. Now get him, AJ. Magnus trying to fight it off. AJ hits a Styles clash.
Uh-oh.
Roll him over and pin. Count here. Count 1. Count 2. There's no referee.
Here comes the original referee, Earl Hebner.
Earl's gonna try and slide. Counter 1. Here's 2. Damn, before he can count 3, he's dragged out. AJ flies out of nowhere, takes out both Daniels and Kazarian. Oh, let's get another look at that.
Definitely showed some amazing athleticism. Look at that, flying through the air.
Go!
Took out bad influence right there.
Now, Magnus down. AJ Styles gonna go to the top. AJ can... Wait a minute.
My man.
Oh, before AJ can go high risk, it's Bobby Roode who comes from the back, knocks him off the ropes.
The true it factor, the true difference maker.
No, damn. Bobby Roode lays out AJ Styles.
Just like that. Just like that.
And that's what makes Bobby Roode a team player?
You're damn right. You're damn right, in my opinion. I don't see a damn thing wrong with it. Nailed it again.
Damn, not again. And the crowd, they're chanting for Kurt Angle. But they don't know that Kurt had an emergency. Or was that just another part of Dixie's plan?
I don't know. It could be. All I do know is that AJ Styles is in a lot of trouble. And we might be on the cusp of crowning one world champion, and it's not Bobby Roode.
Yeah, but look at AJ. He's helpless out here. He's up on the shoulders of Roode again. Look out! No!
Well, Dixie Carter did a solid for AJ Earl. I'm sorry, for Bobby Roode earlier. I guess payback time, and now Dixie coming out with another ref. Let's nail this here.
Yeah, an intimidated referee, Brian Stifler, after Roode sets the table.
He's got the
after
leg
Roode
hook.
puts AJ Styles on a silver platter. Magnus covers two. I don't believe it.
Yes! And the leg was hooked.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the match and new undisputed TNA Heavyweight Champion of the World, Magnus.
God, look at how great our world champion looks. Unified world champ. One world TNA world champion. Dixie's
You
champion.
kidding me? A match of this importance, especially as it pertains to this organization going forward from this point, the future of TNA. And that's the way you have it decided? With this gang attack on AJ Styles?
It was a no disqualification match.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Team 3D Tag Team Invitational Tournament Championship match. It is scheduled for one fall. Introducing team number 1, representing the United Kingdom, and accompanied to the ring by Rob Terry, Brutus Magnus and Doug Williams, the British Invasion.
Let's cut right to the chase, Brother Ray, as Brutus Magnus makes eye contact with you as well as Rob Terry. No question that the Brits got your attention and got it in a big way.
They definitely got our attention. They did it the old school way. They jumped us from behind. So yeah, they got our attention, but I don't think they really want our attention. Don and Mike, their opponents, these guys, Cowboy James Storm and Rubber Roode, just might be the future tag team wrestler.
It's been so intriguing watching the situation between Team 3D and Beer Money Incorporated over the course of the past few months. And it seems to me like when all is said and done, when you look at Robert Roode, when you look at James Storm, and you consider what they've accomplished in this business, that you two have a mutual respect with Beer Money Incorporated.
The reason we respect Beer Money is because we were a young tag team just like them 15 years ago. Me and Devon know exactly what it's like to make a name for yourself in a great up-and-coming company.
Absolutely. And you know what? As a matter of fact, they kind of remind us of us. It's the way we started. We have a lot of respect for Beer Money.
I don't sense that same respect for the Brits, the British invasion. Although at the same time, they are trying to gain a legacy. They are trying to build a resume at your expense.
No doubt. But let me set one thing straight. We might have respect for Beer Money, but don't get us wrong. If they win and we have to face them and defend our titles, we're going to hit them as hard as we did them tag, just like we did in Philadelphia when we beat them for the titles.
I mean, in a small way, though, you got to respect the fact that the squeaky wheel gets the grease. I mean, the British invasion may not be going about it all copacetic and all, but the bottom line is they've got themselves noticed. I mean, they're being talked about now here in the tag team division, and I think you guys would even respect that.
You know what? They're picking the wrong guys to try to build a reputation on. As a matter of fact, I think they've been stuck out there in the UK so long, they don't know who we are. We are Team 3D, the greatest tag team in the history of this business. And I tell you what, they come into our yard and we'll make sure we put them out of their misery.
I gotta tell you guys, getting to the finals of this tournament says more for the British invasion than for jumping us in the back. You gotta be a good team to make it to the finals. And British invasion, a good team, up against a possible great team in Beer Money.
So at the same time, they reach the finals. They get this shot against Beer Money Incorporated. $100,000 of your own money going to the winning, the beautiful trophies, and maybe most importantly, the championship match that goes to the winning team when they will challenge for the TNA World Tag Team title.
Or 62,280 pounds if you're taking it home to British.
Is that your weight?
And look, there's a lot of information coming over here, folks. You can learn a lot in a few hours just listening to some of the facts I got.
Learn a lot from you? Are you serious?
You noticed the second you walked out here how much he was kissing up to you?
Oh, these guys are the best!
That's what he does normally.
If kissing ass was an Olympic sport, Don West would win gold, silver, and bronze. And it sounds like all the fans here in the Impact Zone are letting the British Invasion know what they think of them.
Quick reversal. Sends Doug Williams off into the ropes, and he's able to go airborne. Leaves his feet, connect with that power move, the elbow that takes down Robert Roode, and then Roode's right back on him.
How great is it that we are sitting here right now watching the finals of the Team 3D Invitational Tournament? Most importantly, we are watching a company where tag team wrestling is alive, it's well, it's thriving, and it's at the forefront of professional wrestling today.
I agree. That's a fantastic point. You're dead on.
And we saw that one coming, didn't we? Here's the double team by Beer Money, inverted atomic drop on Williams, and then that side Russian leg sweep. Storm right on him for the cover and a 2 count only.
You know, this kid, Doug Williams, he's a tough kid. He's been around for a while, and I think Doug Williams is the guy that is going to help Brutus Magnus and Big Rob Terry to become a great unit here in TNA.
I agree. Great point.
Is there anything that you don't do but agree with me? What is wrong with you?
You're right. You're right.
Doesn't want to get his ass kicked when you're this close to it.
Well, he knows better. He knows better.
How do you listen to this guy all day long?
Oh, it's tough. Great point. You talk about the British Invasion, and you really look at what each of the individuals brings, and it's something completely different. Doug Williams, the more experienced of the three, and here's Storm on top of Magnus for 2 only. You then factor in Doug Williams' experience, his mat wrestling technique, what Brutus Magnus, a pure athlete, has been able to accomplish over in the UK Gladiators, and then there's that big muscle man at ringside, Rob Terry, as we see.
Look at this.
Storm, let's see if he can spin the cap with that mouth full of beer.
He still got the mouth.
Right in the face, right in the eyes of Mr. Magnus.
You see, that's what makes Beer Money a great team. They know how to work together. The continuity is there.
You do what you got to do sometimes, you know?
I tell you, when you watch these guys, every time you see them, Beer Money, they just get better and better, and they just know each other so well. And I mean, I know you guys know the keys to being a great tag team.
Looks like the Beer Money suplex.
Storm and Roode connect, and they have the Brits absolutely on the defensive, and this Impact Zone is loving it.
Look at the size of this guy, Rob Terry. He's huge. He's huge. But he had to resort to hitting us in the back of the head with a steel briefcase.
Watch this! Roode elevates Storm, and 3 Brits taken down by the Tennessee Cowboy.
3 and 1, Steve Oz. You look great, by the way, buddy.
Yeah, thank you. There you go, kissing ass again like you normally do.
Beer Money right on top of the Brits. They sense they've got him weakened in a position where they can put him away. Magnus rolled in by Roode, and Storm uncorks a right hand that just jacked his jaw.
Storm has been around for a long time. Storm knows what it's like to be involved in tag team wrestling for an extended period. I mean, he's a 6-time or 7- or 8-time World Tag Team Champion within TNA. But I will say this, James Storm is without a doubt a much better wrestler with Robert Roode by his side than he has ever been.
I have said that so many times, and I tell you what, it's just, I gotta ask you this. Who would you rather face? Do you want the rematch with Beer Money knowing how close they were to beating you guys the last time? Do you want that to show your dominance, or do you just want to get your hands on the British Invasion?
I think we could do both, Devon.
Yeah, I think so.
I think that if Beer Money were to win tonight, we could defend our belts against them. And you know what? If the British Invasion are having tea one day and crumpets, we could jump them from behind and hit them with a kettle over the head.
You know what the great thing about it is? Team 3D has never shied away from any tag team. That's why we had this tournament, because we knew the best was right here in TNA. Tag team wrestling is what it is right here. So whoever comes out victorious in this, it doesn't matter. We're going to face them and do what we got to do.
I couldn't have said it better on myself. We think so much alike. It is a treat having you guys out here.
Oh my God, does he do anything?
It's like a parrot.
He is. Don West want a cracker?
Guys, we got a great match here going on, but we ain't got time for jokes.
Thanks.
This is serious. $100,000 on the line, couple beautiful trophies, not to mention a title shot.
I know when it comes to the inspiration behind this tournament, you not only wanted to breathe new life into tag team wrestling, you wanted to bring it back to prominence. But I know in terms of history, you and I have had some interesting conversations about great tag teams and great tag team tournaments throughout the years that have inspired you as well.
So many tag team tournaments throughout the years. The Crockett Cup back in the 80s. The All Japan as well as the New Japan tag team tournaments in Japan. Tag team tournaments have been something that me and Devon always appreciated when we were young and wrestling fans, and that we appreciate as veteran wrestlers today, and that's where we got the idea behind the tournament. And I got to tell you, in today's economy, for us to go in our pockets and take out $100,000, that's a lot of money. But you know what?
After taxes, though, it's really only like 50.
Okay, shut up. Listen, the most important thing is that the team that wins this match gets to face Team 3D for the TNA World Tag Team titles, the most prestigious belts in pro wrestling right now.
Brit's in charge, and you know TNA is headed to the UK, a big tour of the UK coming in 2010. Go to TNAWrestling.com for all the details on how you can see this incredible action live in the UK in 2010.
This might be Beer Money's chance right here. A drop toe hold into Brutus Magnus's. There it is, there's the tag.
Here's the tag, here we go.
Storm is on fire right now. Stiff clotheslines. I mean rude.
You mean rude.
Big
backdrop.
right on the keister.
I thought it was Storm, too, when I first saw it.
Big
This could be
spinebuster.
over.
Here's Rude, right on top of Magnus from behind with the double sledge to break it up.
Smart, keep your eyes on Rob Terry out there. Keep your eyes on Rob Terry.
And we've seen his involvement in recent weeks, and it really started out with a kick from outside.
Never sell them short.
See, that's what I mean. Look at Rob Terry right now. Dr. Rob Terry.
The big muscle man of the British invasion throws Storm into the side of the ring, but then Rude takes Rob Terry out. And then as Rude turns around, Doug Williams, what a European uppercut. Here it is. Here's the cover. Here's two. No.
Oh, my God, was that close?
Rude had to dig down deep. Rude had to dig down deep on that one.
I'll tell you what, British invasion making a statement here. They really and truly want that
This is
chance.
the same move that they hit me with last week.
Sure is. But this time, well scouted by Beer Money Incorporated as they cut off Magnus. Now Williams up on top. Storm's got him. There goes Magnus right into his partner.
Again, right into the buttocks.
That's going to leave a mark.
Magnus tossed out to the floor.
These people are going to go absolutely ballistic if Beer Money
Look at
gets
that.
the victory here.
Storm snaps out the Hurricane Rana. Rude from the lights with the frog splash.
There it is.
Hebner counts one.
It's
Hebner
over.
counts two. Rob Terry outside pulled the referee.
You do what you got to do. You do what you got to do. It's so important to them. That's so important. The tag team titles up.
That's what put him out of there.
Get him out of here.
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 Get him out of here. Get out of here.
That could be huge. That could be the difference maker in this match as Hebner is kicking Rob Terry out.
We don't need that down here.
Action back in the ring as Storm shot across. Follow-up running knee by Williams.
Guys, you're
He's
not
got the
gonna
feast or fire case.
You're not going to find tag team wrestling like this anywhere on the planet.
Doug Williams, that case that they stole from LAX from the Latin American Exchange. They take out Hernandez. They steal the cases. They've been using those as weapons. And as Storm gets up, Rude from behind takes the case right out of his hand.
The combination between the super kick to the back of the head, the cage, and Beer Money does it.
Here are your winners, Beer Money Incorporated.
Thanks, guys.
And I like to challenge his chances in this match.
Their opponents, representing World Elite, the TNA World Tag Team Champions, Brutus Magnus and Doug Williams, the British Invasion.
When it comes to the British Invasion, as we see the entrance of Doug Williams on the right, Brutus Magnus on the left, they have used every avenue of trickery to avoid certain teams in TNA, specifically James Storm, Robert Roode, Beer Money Incorporated. But Magnus and Williams, there's no avoiding the Motor City Machine Guns. Sabin and Shelley get their opportunity right now.
Well, Mike, you're correct. I mean, listen, there's no doubt about it that the British Invasion, you know, some would say they duck certain teams, but I think it's kind of clever on their part to kind of maneuver their way around certain teams to face other teams. I don't know. Like I said, I like the Machine Guns' chances in this. Got a clash of styles here.
So you appreciate the way that the Brits have sort of manipulated the system here in TNA, staying one step ahead of management almost.
I do, Mike. That's part of the strategy of being a champion. Some guys come right at you as a champion like an AJ Styles, where the Brits, they're a little different.
And we will see later on tonight in Feast or Fired how the World Elite faction, the organization of which the British are a major part of, how they have stacked the deck in that Feast or Fired match with 6 of the 12 competitors. And they've even been very public about it. They say that they are stacking the deck because they want to deprive Storm, Roode, Beer Money Incorporated of taking down a Feast or Fire case that could have a potential tag title shot.
And for those of you that have never witnessed the Motor City Machine Guns in action, they are just, just don't blink, and they're quick. And if the British Invasion can ground the Machine Guns, then the British Invasion might successfully defend their titles here tonight.
Tag is into Brutus Magnus from Williams, and we see that he's going to continue working on the arm of Alex Shelley, just like Doug Williams did. We saw the early quick tag, Sabin into Shelley, and that's what the Guns are known for as well. Certainly the high-risk, explosive offense, but also the quick tags, always keeping the fresh man in. Nice series of moves, ending, culminating in the side headlock by Alex Shelley.
See right there, Brutus Magnus has a size and strength advantage on Alex Shelley, but the quickness and that great kick down by Shelley. Heads up here, look. Again, there's the power of Brutus.
And as Shelley went for the risky move off the ropes, may end up paying for it here. No, instead, able to counter in mid-move and then work on the arm.
Yeah, I don't know if Alex Shelley tried to maybe drop Brutus Magnus to his belly for maybe like a Fujiwara armbar, but it was a nice counter by Shelley. Breaking down the, looks like breaking down the base.
Yeah, totally focusing with the kicks to the legs and the knees. And now the double team with Sabin and Shelley, and Magnus gets sandwiched with the kick.
Stereo round kicks. And look at this. Oh! Stereo single leg. More round kicks. Would you like round kicks with your single leg?
Williams taken out to the floor. Guns drop down, and there goes Magnus up and over the top.
What's this? What? Whoa! Oh, my God.
Poetry in absolute motion, and they love it here at Final Resolution in Orlando.
Tell you what, man, I have never seen stereo high. Check this out. Stereo high crossbody, perfectly timed.
And I like the different angles as well, the way they crisscross right before the move.
Misdirection worked for the Machine Guns.
No question that the crowd is firmly in support of the Motor City Machine Guns as they attempt to become TNA World Tag Team Champs for the first time. Nice execution. First to the drop toe hold by Magnus, then with the knee from outside by Doug Williams, and then the follow-up is the high knee from Brutus.
That's definitely a good way to slow down Alex Shelley. Start drilling him in the side of his face and head. Quick way to get a concussion.
Gonna go back to the basics here. Scissoring the head of Shelley. Well, gonna add a little extra emphasis by driving him repeatedly face first into the canvas.
Very innovative by Doug Williams. That's what the British Invasion do. Alex Shelley able to kick out. The British Invasion, they're clever, as I said at the top of this match. They use their noggin, man. They use their brain when they compete.
And I think that would describe Doug Williams European style of offense. Very innovative. I think that's the right word, Taz, just like this.
Oh, my God. What the hell is this? Oh!
A little variation there of the gory special out of the Gory Guerrero playbook. Father of our Spanish language broadcaster, Hector Guerrero. And he's got Shelley in a predicament here as he tries to clear the cobwebs. Williams immediately on him, and let's see if Shelley can fight his way back.
Well, you can see before Doug Williams tried to hook Alex Shelley, a big grin on his face. Watch out for Shelley, though.
Oh! Cross body, right on target, right into the pin for 2.
Again, a great opportunity at hand right now for the Motor City Machine Guns to possibly capture the TNA Tag Team titles.
Brits now with the double team. Well, they just neck-tied Shelley, twisting his arms right around his own neck, drove him down to the mat.
Well, very conceited is the British invasion. Oh!
Saving in for the very, very quick save.
Hey, nothing wrong with that. You're trying to save your partner's butt in there and save the chance to win the tag team titles. Pretty obvious who our TNA fan base here in the Impact Zone is pulling for in this match, huh?
Sabin and Shelley, the Guns, getting all the crowd support. I think the Brits even will play off of that.
Well, yeah, sure. I mean, definitely. But, you know, the British invasion, once they get you down and they start grinding at you, that's when you got to be careful because they start getting extremely cocky and conceited. And that's when they're most dangerous, in my view. Look at Shelley, wow.
The key there was Shelley getting back up to that vertical position, back up to that proper base. Then he was able to turn it around with the double knees in the back. Watch out for Magnus at the bottom of the screen.
Well, I think Brutus realized Shelley needs to tag in Sabin. And Brutus Magnus eliminated the possibility of Sabin getting tagged in the match.
Pretty smart strategy, isn't it?
That's what I'm saying. It's
clever.
Clever.
Staying one step ahead of the opposition.
It's not often you see tag teams do that. Go outside the ring and stop the partner on the apron.
Now,
from the outside.
Yeah, not only now does Williams bring the freshman Magnus into play, but he's able to drag Shelley over to their side of the ring.
Yeah, well, now with this definitely dangerous full Nelson, but Shelley able to break that hold. It's a fundamental move that could really put a man out and put a man in a lot of pain in regards to his neck.
Springing off the middle ropes, goes into the cross body. Magnus catches him in mid-move and then overpowers him. This is what you talked about from the outset of this match. The power, size, edge that Magnus would bring into play. That time, Shelley was able to catch him with the knees.
Well, it's well documented. Alex Shelley and Chris Sabin, both very resilient. And we're seeing that here. Shelley needs to get Sabin in this match stat. And here we go.
Elbow, forearm shot.
Oh, my God.
Baseball slide drop kick takes out Magnus on the apron. Roll through does Williams, but Sabin has the answer with the kick.
How impressive is Chris Sabin right about now?
Oh, my God. Full speed ahead. Kick for Magnus, measures, springs. Tornado style DDT. No.
God, 1 second, just a second away from crowning new tag team champions.
Body language of Sabin tells us that he expected that the Guns were finally going to win the gold. Went for the cradle shock, at least had him up on the shoulders. Perfectly scouted by Williams. Caught him with the uppercut, tags into Magnus, who's now legal.
Oh, nice.
Execution of the leg sweep.
A low round sweep, legal tag to Shelley. Watch, Shelley's going to soar here. Good God almighty.
Thrust kick.
Yeah, that was
single leg thrust kick off the top.
See, Alex Shelley not rushing into nothing, waited for Brutus to turn around. That was smart. Oh, but Shelley, This thing could go either way right about now.
Williams and Shelley fighting. Shelley goes outside to the apron.
Yeah.
Caught Williams with a kick right between the shoulder blades.
Watch Sabin, watch Sabin. What the hell?
Suicide dive between the legs of his tag team partner as he takes out Williams on the floor.
Simply amazing as the Machine Guns. Oh, nice. Oof. Good God, how many more kicks can the British invasion take?
Little sliced bread attempt.
Oh, man.
Here we go. New champs, right? No!
I thought that was it.
So did I.
Wow. Don't get too frustrated now, Alex. Stay in the zone, kid.
Thought that was going to be the payoff for the Guns. They were finally going to get the tag team gold right there. Focus continues on the Magnus beatdown, and off the slam, here goes Shelley for another high-risk move.
Obviously, Shelley's comfortable on that top rope. Oh.
Able to adjust, however, when Magnus moved out of the way, but you can't adjust to the move by Williams. First and Saban in, and now all four in the ring.
Straight over the top, exploder suplex by Doug Williams, and look at that. Just leveling the playing field. Both British Invasion are down, and Saban and Shelley. Turning point in the match here, folks. Who's going to get to a vertical base first?
A rocket impact zone at Final Resolution as they cheer on the Guns in their attempt to become World Tag Champs. Shelley up, Magnus at the same time, and they square off. Forearm shots repeatedly by Shelley.
Man, Shelley just hitting Magnus like he owes him money. Oh!
European uppercut, just as Shelley went for that discus-style forearm, and it came back to haunt him.
Uh-oh. Oh, that never works.
Communication problems, the issues with the Brits. Williams knocked out to the floor by his own partner Magnus, but then Magnus has the smarts to hook onto the leg of Shelley and deprive the tag.
Oof. Well, the momentum,
momentarily.
The momentum pulled Brutus into Saban. Saban's now the legal man. Insecurity out of the corner. Magnus might be out on his feet here, Mike. Oh, he wasn't out then, he's out now.
Missile drop kick to the back by Saban as Shelley held Magnus in place.
Thanks for coming.
Double kick again.
New champions right
here.
Here
it is. Did they get the ring?
I don't think so.
I saw Williams come in for a save. Slick Johnson counted two.
What a match.
Roll up out of the corner. Roll through. Oh! Saban hits the cutter out of nowhere. Where did he come from?
Big time height on that cutter too. Saban now has Magnus in his sights, and so does Shelley. Oh man.
Double team on Brutus in the corner. Here comes Shelley off the top. Oh, cross body while they held him. Saban's going to go for the cover.
He's got him. Good God.
What else do the Guns have to do?
I don't know. Like the British invasion or not, very impressive. They're able to keep kicking out of all these near falls by the challengers.
Yes, you have to appreciate their resilience at this point.
Maybe setting up Magnus for, well, he's setting up for an electric chair, but
Williams comes across, able to clip Shelley, take him down, focus in the ring on Saban and Magnus. Cheap shot from the outside by Williams on Saban, and now,
unbeknownst to the referee, it's a double team maneuver. The referee don't see it.
Uppercut off the top. Magnus right into the pin. When the referee turns around, he'll count 1, 2, and 3, and the Brits keep the titles.
Here are your winners and still TNA World Tag Team Champions, the British Invasion.
Well, that's what Bound for Glory is all about. Let's do it.
The following contest scheduled for one fall is for the Television Championship. Introducing first from Kingsland, England, Magnus.
I would like to point out, because I'll be the gentleman of the team, that our ring announcer, Christy Hemme, looks ravishingly, gorgeously, beautifully tonight. I think there's really leaks in it.
You're reading my notes.
No, I'm not reading it. You take notes? Since when do you take notes? I take notes. Anyway, I digress.
Title time. TD Championship at stake. Magnus the role of the challenger, and he is going to face his former World Tag Team Champion partner. These two have quite a history. We're going to talk about it throughout this title bout.
And his opponent from the Isle of Samoa, your television champion and the Samoan submission machine, Samoa Joe!
When Samoa Joe became television champion for the first time, he joined an elite group. He's a Grand Slam champion in TNA, World Heavyweight Champion, World Tag Team Champion, X Division title holder, and now the defending TV
I sat down with Joe earlier today, and we had a little chat. And he said, Taz, I am so fired up tonight to pick apart the body of Magnus and defend my television championship. He seemed fired up, man. I could see it in his eyes. It's like 2 o'clock in the afternoon at the time. 2 o'clock Eastern, that would be. I'm still screwed up on the time zone change deal.
Yes, we are live in Phoenix, Arizona. Pacific time here, Taz.
Yeah, I know. Pacific got it. East, West got it. Here we go. TV title, baby. Let's do it.
You think back to the Bound for Glory series, and Samoa Joe was always up near the top of the leaderboard. But then think about Magnus and the steel chair to the arm of Samoa Joe and what that did to Joe's chances.
And to your point, going right after the arm was Magnus, in the very first move that he used was a ringer. Arm ringer now, a nice fireman's carry, so an arm bar. So I guess that not only are you reminding myself and our audience about that steel chair from Magnus to the arm of Joe, but the game plan for Magnus is right out here in front of us. Go for that arm, it looks like.
And I'm sure that that is something that is still in the back of the mind of Samoa Joe, realizing how close he came to winning the Bound for Glory series, how close Samoa Joe came to being in the main event tonight, challenging for the World Heavyweight title. Instead, the career path of Joe led him to the opportunity to become television champion as a result of our general manager, Hulk Hogan. Joe victorious, and now it's a title defense for the Samoan submission machine. There's no way you can trust Magnus.
No, nobody can trust Magnus, and he's shady from the word go.
He's going to look at you, he's going to smile to your face, and he's going to end up stabbing you in the back.
Oh, the guy's got $1 million smile. Kidding me? Anybody that good looking, you can't trust him. You and I wouldn't know that. Got a reversal right there by Joe, and oh man! Oh! Followed off with that kick, beautifully done by the TV champ.
Magnus checking to see if he had any teeth that were moved around.
Wow, his teeth might be getting knocked out now.
Ooh. Rapid fire, piston-like right hands by Samoa Joe.
Magnus pleading with the referee. Oh, get him back, get him back. Wow. Right over the referee, Brian Stifler's head, just sucker punching Samoa Joe. Look for that little opening. Suckered the man. And you see that sense of urgency. How, Magnus going after Joe. What a chop.
Uppercuts of Magnus, answered by Joe. Surprisingly, the quick move by Magnus. The clothesline that just decked the champ.
I'm not too surprised. I mean, Magnus is he's a large young man. He's a big kid. I mean, big, muscular, tall guy, but very athletic, very quick, fleet-footed, as they say in his UK guy, right?
But they only say fleet-footed in the UK?
Yeah, they don't say it in Red Hook, not in Brooklyn. No, they say it in England. Fleet-footed. They got all English flags in the front. UK Union Jack. World travel. Look at this, Joe. Stinging jabs, and look at that athleticism I just told you about.
Yeah, so impressive for a guy his size. First the leapfrog, and then the jumping high knee.
Again, with all that height that Magnus has, he can do that jumping high knee, and Magnus is like 6'4", 6'5". He's even taller than me. Yeah, he just gets that knee up there.
Just barely.
Correct. He just gets that knee connecting on the jaw of Joe. Keeping the pressure on Joe. That's what you got to do if you're going to try and take that television championship. Oh, that was nice.
Running, jumping elbow. Driven to the back of Joe while his neck was across the steel cable. The follow pin, and 2 count for the challenger.
Well, not easy to get a pin on Samoa Joe, so you really got to stay on the guy. You got to really wear Joe down.
The offense of Magnus. The deliberate moves, yet so effective as Joe fights back. The open hand slaps the rights and the left. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, my God. Magnus digs down deep. The adrenaline rushes through as he drives Joe straight down to the canvas. Could we have a new TV champ?
There we go. Oh! That was a little closer than I expected, I got to say. Let's take a look at what happened here to Joe. Right on the back of his neck, all that weight Right on the back of the head and neck of Samoa Joe. Well done by Magnus.
Magnus brings Joe back up to his feet. Bum rushes him back first into the corner.
These guys were, as we said, a tag team. I mean, they were kind of like
team champs.
World Tag Team champs, and they worked really well together, and definitely had a teamwork thing going on and a bond. Oh man, they were bonded down with a knee of Joe and the sack of Magnus.
Watch the senton. Backsplash 1, backsplash 2, not enough for 3.
Oh, and Joe, he amped it up real quick.
Snap slam, straight into the pin. Another near fall.
How strong is Joe? To just take someone the size of Magnus on the run, scoop power slam him that quick, snap him down. I agree with our capacity crowd here in Phoenix, Arizona. This is awesome.
No leapfrog that time. Straight down, powerbomb style.
Single leg. Oh, look.
Is he going to go STM?
Yeah, sure is.
That's exactly what it is. The crossface applied. He's got the leg hooked and grapevine at the same time. Is he going to tap right now?
I thought he did tap. I thought he tapped again.
I think what he's doing is he's moving forward towards the rope.
He's got to be careful.
I don't think he's tapping. That's a call for the referee. Brian Stifler looking right at it.
Yeah, that looked like, well, it wasn't a tap. You're right. He was crawling. Oh, he ain't crawling now.
Joe seizes both arms now.
He might have to tap with his tongue.
Magnus is in no man's land. No chance for a rope break here.
How can he tap? He's gonna snap his shoulders, Joe.
They just have to verbally say, I give.
Those long legs of Magnus.
Oh, that's a smart move.
That helped him.
Able to shift his body around, extend the leg, and just make that contact for the rope break.
Yeah, that hold does not have to be on your body long to wear you down, and Magnus just dodged a big Samoan bullet.
And you could sense that by the look on the face of the challenger. Straight to the corner. Usually that means muscle buster time.
Well, Magnus has got the eyes. He raked up Joe's eyes.
Joe may have telegraphed the move there. Little opening for Magnus.
Oh, man. I don't know if that was a back punch or a chop to the chest.
Magnus really did not have good separation in terms of those forearm shots. Ooh, Joe knocked him off the top, but then Magnus with a perfectly placed knee.
That knee was right in the mouth of Samoa Joe. Right on the jaw, right on the button. Joe might be knocked out here, Mike.
With Joe down, Magnus decides now's the time to go high risk. And hits the top rope elbow drop.
You might get a new television champ here, my friend.
Recovers. And extends, hooks the far leg.
Go!
Magnus can't believe that he just did not get the 3 count. Magnus can't understand how he didn't become TV champ. He screams at Joe to get up. And as Joe gets to a knee, Magnus right on him. Shot to the back. Another forearm. Oh.
You can see the Joe's.
Look at Joe's face.
Oh, he's getting amped up here. He's getting, oh my God. That primal scream by Joe and these shots. Punches to the face. Uh-oh. Went for that clothesline again. Not this time.
There it is. Rear naked choke. Magnus floats back out of the corner. Joe's shoulders are down. No, just 2.
Excellent counter by the challenger by Magnus. Great job. Didn't get the win, but it was excellent.
Float over by Joe.
Choke,
and
choke.
there it is. Coquina clutch. Rear naked choke. Submission applied. Drop down jawbreaker by Magnus.
Well, Joe's not hiding what he's trying to do. He keeps going for that rear choke.
Oh, he chop blocked him.
Nice clip of that knee there by Magnus. That's a good way to tear an MCL or an ACL.
I was just going to say, think of the potential for injury as Joe writhing in pain.
I mean,
injured leg of Joe. Oh, Magnus going to try to take. Oh, he went to the figure 4. But Joe able to get him in the choke. Look at the great positioning. He's got him dead center.
He's got the double grape chin. He's got that choke on.
Is Magnus going to tap? He taps. He taps. This is it. Finals of the Bound for Glory series. This is what we have been waiting for. And it's a huge opportunity for the Brit Magnus. Can he follow up the victory over Bobby Roode? Can he get this victory right now against AJ Styles and move into the world title match?
Tell you what, he just got a massive ovation right here from our live audience in St. Louis. What a reaction. This is big, baby.
Magnus' opponent, AJ Styles. He attempts to take the victory from earlier tonight over Austin Aries. Keep and continue the momentum. Trying to beat Magnus because the winner of the Bound for Glory Series Finals will go on to challenge for the World Heavyweight Championship in San Diego, California, October the 20th. This is it. This is what we have been building to for the past 3 months. Great atmosphere here in St. Louis, Missouri. Live at No Surrender. We're going to send it to mid-ring for the introductions from JB.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is scheduled for one fall and is your main event of the evening, the finals of the Bound for Glory Series. Introducing, first of all, standing to my left, he weighed in this morning at 251 pounds and comes to us from Kingsland, England. He represents the main event mafia. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Magnus. And now, introducing, standing to my right, he weighed in this morning at 224 pounds and comes to us from Gainesville, Georgia. He is the phenomenal AJ Styles.
This is it. 3 months in the making, and it finally boils down to AJ Styles and Magnus. Electric atmosphere in St. Louis because these fans know how important this match is and what's at stake.
Well, you saw AJ just grabbing his lower back, and I was just going to ponder that out here and mention that, like, what kind of physical condition are these men in? They both were in extreme battles, both of them. You know, and that's what happens when you have to compete twice at the level of, it's a tournament-like atmosphere. You know, this is not a team sport. It's a one-on-one deal here with a lot of pressure, and the world's watching. So, you know, both these guys are banged up here. You can see it.
The vast in-ring improvement of Magnus, mirrored by his experience in the Bound for Glory Series. Decent showing in 2012, but dominant this year, leading for almost all 3 months before falling to second place when AJ won that gauntlet.
Well, look, Magnus has a size advantage on AJ. Magnus is a large individual. He's in amazing condition, just as is AJ. But that size advantage, you see there, but nice.
That's the way that you counter that kind of size advantage.
The headlock takedown, sure.
Grip, the firm side headlock in place by AJ Styles.
So you see, the thing is, the stakes are there, right? The stakes are there. The stakes are big right now. These guys both climbed that ladder. You know, for 90 days, they both climbed it, and they're there.
TNA's Bound for Glory, live pay-per-view. It's October the 20th, San Diego State University's Viejas Arena. Tickets on sale now, and while you're at it, get your Bound for Glory VIP weekend travel packages. Visit shoptna.com for all the details. And remember, the big news about the pre-show coming up October the 20th, live on Spike TV. The hour immediately preceding Bound for Glory. And one other reminder as AJ continues the grip, which is countered that time. Back Backdrop suplex by Magnus. Gonna lead to an opening for a pin attempt and barely got one.
Again, already early going to the match, you can see that Magnus is utilizing that size advantage. And that's smart. You don't want to get into that game with AJ where you're running and you're going a high pace, a high octane style, you know, full throttle. That's what AJ's about. If you're Magnus, don't do that. And we've seen Magnus utilize this Texas cloverleaf, you know, which is a smart move with someone to shut down AJ. And I'm going to rename that the Kingston cloverleaf, right?
Pin attempt, and AJ escapes from
Kingston.
Barely a one count. I got you.
Get hot, I'm just saying.
In case you missed it, last week's Bellator airing immediately after Impact tonight. You've got to check out that middleweight title war between Alexander Slamenko and Brett Cooper. And then remember, Bellator is live tomorrow on Spike from California. Everything from a featherweight tournament opening round action. You'll see Patricio Pitbull against Diego Nunez. So much more. That's tomorrow, live on Spike. And last week's Bellator tonight, immediately following our Impact Wrestling No Surrender broadcast as AJ continues the offense, driving Magnus into the corner.
That short, tight forearm shot, shoulder driven into the stomach of Magnus. You could just see the intensity in AJ Styles.
AJ Styles, a TNA original with this organization since 2002. The first ever TNA Grand Slam champion. 4 times AJ's held the World Heavyweight title. If he wins tonight, he looks to make it 5 times at Bound for Glory. Telegraph with the back body drop hurts AJ, but then he immediately follows up by driving the elbow into Magnus, takes him over with the snapmare. AJ takes control back.
Oh, good move right there, getting out of the way by Magnus. As we said, this is just a huge opportunity here. One of these men will go on to Bound for Glory. Here we go, small package.
Quick pin, at his shoulders down for 2.
Compete for the world title.
Wait a minute, what the hell is this about? It's Kazarian.
We heard what Rude said, remember?
That's exactly right. Rude was furious earlier. He said he was going to screw Hulk Hogan because if Rude was not going to win the finals, nobody's going to win the finals. And this 3-man group called Ego has hit the ring. They first lay out Magnus, and now Angels wins by Daniels on Styles.
Referee's got to try to get control, but it's hard. He's got 3 men in there going crazy.
Here we go. Let's get some referees out here. Let's restore some order here. Let's stop Kazarian, Daniels, and Rude.
It's a match with massive on the line here. How are these guys got to get out of the ring?
Come on! This is ridiculous! This super competitive match that we've been watching between Styles and Magnus, interrupted by Rude, Daniels, and Kazarian. Bottom line, we are here to find a Bound for Glory Series winner tonight. And ladies and gentlemen, we are back live from St. Louis. This is the finals of the Bound for Glory Series. This is AJ Styles versus Magnus. The 2-man exchange with Magnus connecting with an uppercut that rocks AJ, but then AJ drilled him with the kick.
Yeah, well, it's an opportunity right here. You just see, listen, you got to try to keep momentum going, but it's hard. Both these men are leaving it all out here, and they're just pulling out all the stops.
Both men back up to their feet. AJ goes for the clothesline. This is what happens, Has, right before the break, the involvement of Bobby Roode, Christopher Daniels, and Kazarian.
Well, look, playing the art of spoiler, he said he was going to do it, Bobby Roode. Brought his boys out. They did it, this whole ego group or whatever, and it's like, well, you know what? We still got this match going on.
Match is too important.
I agree.
For them to come out here and do this to Magnus and Styles. We're here to determine a winner. It's what we've been waiting 3 months for. Count being put in by referee Brian Hebner as Magnus and AJ both going to use the ring ropes just to make their way back up to the feet. Here we go.
AJ's got such quick hands, not only being just a tremendous athlete, his hands are quick. and his timing is amazing. Look at that. Beautifully done, man.
Phenomenal series of strikes by AJ. Using his hands, using his feet, charges at Magnus, who takes him out to the apron. AJ fights back with an overhand right. That dazes Magnus. AJ sets, flies with a springboard. Wow. Magnus tried to catch him in mid-air.
I think they got him. He nailed it. Magnus nailed him with a forearm or something. Oh, man.
Oh, gonna try to put AJ away.
Oh,
Magnus covers. No!
Woo. Woo. Wow, that was close, man.
Magnus just as close as referee Brian Hebner shows and tells him to gaining a shot at the World Heavyweight title.
Look at this now. Magnus, baby, going for that.
Yes.
That Kingsley cloverleaf, not Texas.
Submission attempt by Magnus that we saw earlier. Instead, AJ reverses submission of his own.
Look at this, AJ, yeah. Almost like a stump puller. Actually, it's more of a version of a go-go platter. That's exactly what it seems like. Well done, AJ, but he might be pinned. Come on, ref, look at his shoulders.
AJ shoulders down. Hebner counts two, but AJ rolls it at the last second.
Man, busting out a go-go platter. You don't see that much.
Opening for Magnus.
Like
takes him high up overhead.
Oh.
AJ rolls through. Magnus shoulders down.
Ooh,
for
got
two.
kicked.
AJ got kicked in the head.
AJ busts out that go-go platter. I was watching Bellator.
Oh, there it is. Haley out of nowhere. Styles covers. Styles gets two. No, not enough.
Oh, man. What a match. Everything sits here for these two guys to go to the 619, baby. Go to San Diego, October 20th, bound for glory. Who's going to get an opportunity at the World Heavyweight title? One of these men will.
What an incredible night it has been here, live on Spike TV at No Surrender. The finals of Bound for Glory series as AJ submission with the calf killer. Think of how many wins AJ picked up in the Bound for Glory series with this exact move, and Magnus has a long way to go to get to a rope break. Is Magnus going to tap?
He's got those big legs, but look at Magnus. He's saying, He's saying, I'm not tapping. That move don't have to be on long to hurt you.
Magnus realizes just how important it is at this point as he fights through the pain and reaches for the rope, but he's still a long ways away.
Gotta hang on, kid. You gotta hang on.
Reaching again. And finally, a desperation lunge by Magnus gets him the rope break, but the damage has been done.
Yeah, well, that's exactly right. You can see that. As of recent, I've noticed those heavy knee braces under the knee pads of Magnus, so could be preventive, but it's definitely hurting right now.
Impactful blow in the corner as AJ leaves his feet and goes airborne. Goes for the spin kick. Magnus saw it coming and answers by just powering him down. Magnus covers, hooks the far leg, and gets two.
What a match, the buzz here. You can feel it. This is big.
The intensity, the emotion at a fever pitch live in St. Louis. Because we're about to find out who gets a shot at the World Heavyweight title at Bound for Glory. Positioned up on top is AJ Styles. Magnus gonna try and follow up the edge. Gonna try and follow up the advantage. AJ answers. Series of right hands directed to the ribcage, to the side of Magnus, who comes right back with a big forearm shot.
Again, it's coming back to that size advantage that he has, that Magnus has. You're seeing the power, but AJ showing that fortitude that there's no quitting him.
With a series of forearms by AJ, answered by the big overhand right by Magnus.
And you see these ropes are slippery from all the matches we've had, and there's sweat all over the ropes get slippery, but Magnus able to get his feet.
Now, it's AJ with the forearm and elbows. Rapid fire! Phenomenal shots! What strikes by Styles! Magnus is down! AJ gonna go! Here he goes! Styles gonna go high risk! Spiral tap! Spiral tap! Styles covers! Two! AJ wins it!
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the 2013 Bound for Glory Series, AJ
Submission match. Introducing first, representing the Revolution, the Cowboy, James Storm!
Storm and Magnus made it official a couple of days ago on ImpactWrestling.com. They signed the contract. This is unsanctioned. This, I have to say, is what James Storm wanted from the beginning. James Storm wanted to manipulate and play mind games with Magnus. Has Storm bitten off more than he can chew here tonight.
In the 13 years of TNA, we have had our share of grudges, our share of rivalries, issues between wrestlers. But have we ever had anything that's as personal as this situation between James Storm and Magnus?
We saw different shades of James Storm during this rivalry. What will James Storm do tonight?
And his opponent from Kingsland, England, Magnus!
Magnus wants to get his hands on James Storm. Magnus knows that James Storm did mess with his life. He messed with his livelihood, and here we go. It's underway. It's unsanctioned. It's Storm versus Magnus. If you're watching this for a wrestling match, it's going to be a brawl.
Hope, I've got to ask you, you have faced both James Storm and Magnus in the past. Very, very different styles to me. Storm, more of a brawler in my opinion. Magnus, more technical. What I want to ask you is my opinion right? In an unsanctioned match like this, I think it's advantage Storm.
Well, you know what, Professor Pope's going to agree with you. I think in the ring with both men are tremendous athletes, tremendous competitors that have the drive to win. As we both know, they're both the former TNA World Heavyweight Champions. So I'm going to lean towards you and say that Storm has the advantage. He's been in every type of match possible here in TNA.
But after everything James Storm has done to Magnus, you guys can say that Storm has the advantage here?
Well, you know what? Pope's going to agree with you too, Josh, because there's two things. If Magnus is anything like Pope, there's two things you don't touch in a man's life. That's his money and his wife.
What about his child? What about the mind games that Storm played with Donovan?
Absolutely, but that comes with the game, man. Mind game, it's a game of chess. We've often referred to wrestling as a game of chess, and that is nothing more than James Storm trying to get into the head of one Magnus, if you will.
How about the impact of that shot? It busted right through the steel guardrail, and now in this unsanctioned, anything goes matchup, it is spilled out past the crowd, now into the back area here in Orlando, Florida.
Look like they're about some concessions, Professor.
And Magnus. Is Magnus going to attempt to powerbomb James Storm through that table? We'll never know. Back body drop, and Magnus through the table.
And I just said I'm running to get me some popcorn. God dang it.
Good job, James.
Magnus down in this very serious rivalry. James Storm, early advantage. Storm now has seized control, and what else will James Storm do to Magnus here at Slammiversary?
This matchup has the ability to go anywhere.
That's where it gets dangerous out here.
James Storm bouncing off the guardrail. Right out here in front of us, side Russian leg sweep.
Ability of Storm to quickly turn this match in his favor. The boot, and then taking Magnus, driving him back first into the steel, and now Storm going underneath the ring. This looks familiar. Whoa.
You're going too far.
Going too far.
You're going.
Huh? You want to piss me? Come on.
He's going too far. I hope Magnus kicks James Storm's ass here as they get back into the ring. And Magnus one step ahead with a clothesline.
I don't know what set James Storm off right there, Professor, but you okay, Josh?
I don't know, he made eye contact with Josh, and then the ultimate in disrespect. That was sickening on the part of James Storm.
And Magnus with the table now. Magnus has an opportunity here to win this unsanctioned matchup against the leader of the Revolution, against James Storm. I mean, would you guys expect anything else from James Storm to come out here and spit on me at the broadcast table after what he's done to Mickie James? After what he's done to Magnus's family and the low blow there?
I guess we shouldn't be surprised in the least.
Not at all. But James Storm's right now with a low blow to Magnus as he's in the corner rather than pain. Kick with a little separation there. But what is the table about to do? How's it coming into play?
Oh! That was different!
The catapult by Magnus, and Storm's head just rings off the table.
I don't think I've ever seen anything like that before.
I'm with you.
Magnus takes advantage of the underneath part of that table, the metal part of that table. Who knows what part of the face of James Storm bounced off the metal part of the table there.
That underside of the table can be so dangerous because of the steel that surrounds the outside. Magnus taking the fight to Storm.
They've fought all over the impact zone in this unsanctioned one-on-one match. I don't know what Storm hit Magnus with there. And look at the bruising and the welts on the back of Magnus.
I don't know what he hit him with, Josh, but you could just feel and hear the impact or whatever it was.
Come on, Storm. Oh, Storm. Shut up. Come on, Storm. Get up there.
The bad blood between these two, as you mentioned, Josh.
High voltage.
Just
high voltage. Hey, it's high voltage back here, Jack. Hey,
High voltage area back there. It's not going to stop James Storm and Magnus.
Come on, it's high voltage. Get out of here.
It's not going to stop these two from tearing each other apart or tearing the impact zone apart.
Get out of here. It's high voltage. Come on. That's the one.
We've lost.
Come on, it's high voltage. Get out of here. You're going to get electrocuted.
We've lost some power out here.
Where do you think he hit, Josh? Because the power is out of the impact.
We'll do our best.
Lights flickering on and off here out in the arena, presumably because of what just went down and back.
James Storm and Magnus continuing the fight here, this brawl here. Technicians working feverishly to make sure that the power stays on. And Magnus went high risk there.
Storm senses that he's got an opening right here.
First cover of the match, and Magnus kicks out at 2.
Realistically, that's the only role for referee Earl Hebner in this match. Either make the 3 count or attempt at a 3 count on a pin, or be there on top of the situation if there's a submission. Other than that, we don't need a referee.
I think the referee Earl Hebner was checking on Magnus, asking if he was done or if he was okay.
James Storm shot to the midsection there, perhaps looking for the eye of the Storm.
Exactly what it is, but he's got that table in mind too, but Magnus able to drop down and avoid it.
And now can Magnus put Storm through the table?
Powerbomb by Magnus on James Storm, straight through the table. If he can get up, Josh, Professor, if he can cover him, it might be over.
Magnus just has to crawl over and try to defeat James Storm. As we take another look, Storm looking for the eye of the Storm. Magnus counters, and the powerbomb through the table.
Well, if you look at that replay right there, you see that Magnus had to dig down so deep to get the power to take that powerbomb and drive Storm through the table, and as a result, it took him that time period to recover, and that prevented the pin attempt.
Baseball slide.
Don't see the baseball slide drop kick too often from Magnus.
Magnus pulling out all the stops here, trying to stay one step ahead of James Storm. And now Storm has Magnus. DDT into the ring.
Draping DDT. Defenseless Magnus. The way he was set up on the ring ropes there by Storm.
Didn't give him an opportunity to escape once the legs and the feet were on the second rope of the ring. There's no way to go. And he didn't waste any time with it either today. He went straight down and dropped Magnus on his head to the one James Storm.
And now Storm setting up another table, but it looks like Storm's going to set this one up on the outside of the ring. James Storm is not thinking victory. Storm is thinking, I want to deliver more punishment. I want to hurt Magnus.
I think senior referee Earl Hebner might want to step back and just let the guys go and just count when he's leading, man.
And again, to what Mike said earlier, that's all that referee Earl Hebner is out here to do. This isn't a wrestling match, ladies and gentlemen. This is an unsanctioned fight.
Storm not satisfied with just the table.
And another bottle from James Storm. And again, none of this is surprising. Earl Hebner not taking anything from James Storm, and all that allowed Magnus to recover.
Storm lost his focus at that point. That may come back to cost him.
It may cost him right here. James Storm on the table. James Storm is down. What is Magnus thinking?
I don't know, but you can see it in his eyes.
Oh, I think we have an idea.
Magnus thinking of everything James Storm has done to his family.
Look at the distance between Magnus and Storm.
And Magnus misses through the table. Magnus may have broken his arm.
Or his hip, Josh. Did you see that landing?
Magnus flying through the air, thought he was going to put away James Storm. Just listen.
I don't know if any of you know what that feels like, but Pope has been thrown over the rope a million times. Pope has come off the top turnbuckle just like Magnus did. And when there's nothing there, there's no pad where he landed, and you go into the concrete, hip on first. Magnus has to be hurting right now. I don't know if he's going to be able to continue.
Yeah, but Pope, how about the distance? The leap so far at that point just adds even more impact to the blow.
James Storm is going to defeat Magnus here at Slammiversary, and Magnus somehow, someway, kicks out at 2.
Barely got the arm up, but it's enough to let this match continue.
Look at that table on the outside.
Just shattered.
And the table on the inside as well. Carnage and wreckage and chaos and bedlam.
What you got here?
Oh, boy.
Smelling salt? Did he get that from underneath the ring? Now disrespect towards you, Mike. James Storm is out of control.
Glad he didn't come my way. But God knows what is he about to do with this powder substance he has in his hand right now.
And Magnus! Nice counter. One step ahead of James Storm. And Magnus plants Storm in the center of the ring.
Yeah, but Hebner was blinded at the same time.
Come on, Earl. Earl's got to turn around. James Storm is down and out.
Earl Hebner's trying to recover, trying to get his vision back.
Earl was in the middle, and he was blinded. James Storm realizes it. James Storm thinking last call, and it connects.
Magnus turned right into it.
James Storm is going to steal this victory from Magnus, and Magnus kicks out at 2.
Whoa, Daddy! We got a big one going on right now. Just when you thought it was over, Magnus shows that he got heart. He has fortitude, and he's fighting not just for the win of this match, but for his family, as you pointed out earlier, Josh.
Uh-oh. Got the cowbell.
Remember when James Storm bounced this off the head of Jeff Hardy back in New York City, trying to use it here on Magnus. Magnus counters, Storm down. Magnus is going to win. Storm down, and Storm kicks out.
What incredible action tonight. just from the opening bell all the way to now, the matches are insane. The Slammiversary, 13th year, Josh. Come on, man, pop up.
Magnus got caught there. Cowbell right off the skull.
Never saw it coming. And then the quick follow-up. Last call and last call again.
2 last calls, and James Storm is going to defeat Magnus, who kicks out again.
If this doesn't have you standing up in your living room, I don't know what will. This is awesome, Mike.
We have counted Magnus out of this match repeatedly, time after time. And how is he able to avoid defeat? I think it's because it's what's at stake here. Just how personal this issue is with Storm.
James Storm's got to be wondering, what else do I have to do to beat this man here tonight? Storm has a guardrail in the ring, steel chair now, there's busted up tables. It's Anarchy rules here at Slammiversary.
Why does he keep looking at you, Josh? Storm is just showing a crazier side than normal. And he's like just pissed off right now.
James Storm setting up the hardware here. Remember, Magnus just ate 2 last call super kicks. The cowbell off the skull.
And the match isn't over yet. Is that impressive or what?
Magnus is fighting, not only for himself, but for his son, for his fiance, Mickey James. Rocking kick by Storm from outside.
I don't know if Magnus knows how much trouble he's in right now. James Storm up top, and Magnus plays defense. Magnus looks like he's going to join James Storm up on the top rope. If Magnus can connect here, this match is going to be over. Oh, just bending up that steel.
And once again, Josh, it was Magnus' hip earlier as he went for that flying elbow.
One more look at this superplex here by Magnus. The cover, and Storm kicked out.
As I was saying earlier, it was Magnus who landed on his hip, and right there, Magnus kind of repaid the favor to James Storm as he suplexed him and he went hip first into that barricade.
Amazing resiliency on the part of both men, Magnus and Storm. We've counted them out repeatedly during this matchup. Look at the bump. Did you see the bump and the weld on the top of the head of Magnus as he came right here to the broadcast tape?
But did you see Magnus's focus on the bottle? I believe Storm has one as well.
He does. We just saw the close-up on the monitor.
Yeah, but both men have bottles.
Oh! Both men down. Storm's got his arm draped over Magnus. Storm's not going to even know it, but he just defeated Magnus at Slammiversary.
He fell right into the pin.
Well, the new age of the Virtuosa continues, but we are indeed living in the machine gun era of Impact Wrestling.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following tag team contest is set for one fall. Introducing team number 1, the X Division champion Chris Sabin, the Impact World champion Alex Shelley, the Motor City Machine Gun.
On what has been a simply chaotic night this evening, the events regarding Scott D'Amore, PCO being lit on fire by Bully Ray and Macklin. We focus on our main event, the Guns versus Aldis and Rush, next. And we are back here on Impact Wrestling on Access TV, set for our main event this evening in Atlanta.
The opponents in this match first, from Washington, D.C., Lio Rush.
1 week from Saturday, July 15th, live on pay-per-view, Fight TV, and DAZN internationally at Slammiversary. It'll be a first-time ever matchup. Lio Rush will challenge Chris Sabin for the X Division Championship. Now Lio Rush set to team with a national treasure against the Guns.
His his tag team partner from Kingsland, England, the National Treasure, Nick Aldis.
And the National Treasure himself, who revealed his colors, his true colors a number of weeks ago, here now in this sort of twisted marriage of convenience here with Lio Rush, as they have their aligned sights set on the Impact World Title and the X Division title, respectively.
Make an impact on your performance and well-being with the best-selling Test Booster, Test X9 from Legacy Sports Nutrition. Go to LegacySubs.com and use the code IMPACT for 20% off and level up with Legacy.
And Tom, you alluded to it just a minute ago, and we talked a little bit about it in our post-show last week, but that appearance by Lio Rush at the end of the evening, you know, it didn't seem like that was something planned in advance. Like you mentioned, I think Lio Rush saw his moment there, and I think Nick Aldis was all too happy to take that assistance at the time.
Well, considering Sabin came out to protect Shelley after Aldis had used the championship once again to assault the Impact World Champion, Alex Shelley, Sabin came out to protect his longtime friend and tag team partner, and that is when Rush swooped in.
And that's going to be my question heading into this main event tag team contest, specifically for Alex Shelley. He is champion now.
Tag.
He's on top now. As you see Sabin here, he wants right in there with Lio Rush. But for Shelley, who's going to face Nick Aldis here at Slammiversary, now that he's on top, he's got to have his wits about him. That's twice now. That's twice now that Aldis has gotten the better. Will tonight be a third time?
Looking for a test of strength here. Sabin and Aldis starting off this matchup officially. Don't forget Slammiversary, 1 week away from Saturday, live on pay-per-view, Fight TV, and DAZN internationally in Windsor, Ontario, Canada. That night, it'll be Nick Aldis versus Alex Shelley for the Impact World Championship.
And Shelley now just has to watch as Aldis looking to do the work on Chris Sabin.
Back elbow there. Aldis, the larger competitor, obviously has that advantage. Now a tag mate, in comes Rush, who's all smiles as, we believed Aldis had done some damage there on Sabin, but here comes the 9-time X Division champion.
So look out, you do not want to blink when Lio Rush is in the ring. The guy literally turns on a dime.
Whoa! And now Rush lighting up Chris Sabin. How do you keep up with this speed?
You try.
Cover, hook to the leg and a kick out.
And you hope and you pray.
And you would think the Guns maybe have a leg up coming into this. It was Kushida who went one-on-one with Lio Rush back in March in Los Angeles as a part of Multiverse United. Only the strong survive. That was a fantastic match on Fight TV.
Yeah, Lio Rush, who's been all over the pro wrestling spectrum the last couple of years, spending a lot of time in New Japan Pro Wrestling to the point you just made. But now, blowing up here in Impact and going right to the top, right after the Guns and right after Chris Sabin and the X Division title.
Now, I do want to focus on, there's been some busy travel for the Motor City Machine Guns as of late. Last week, as part of Impact's Australian Down Under tour, Shelley is officially legal. Not sure if Rush is aware of it. Sabin, not the legal man, went after the non-legal competitor for the team of Aldis and Rush. And Aldis, and that opened the door for the Guns. Little misdirection by the Motor City Machine Guns.
And see, that's what's so good about the Motor City Machine Guns. It's what makes them such an incredible tag team. I just hope they have that much focus, that much wherewithal when they're in their individual contests come Slammiversary.
Now, you talk about focus. Last week was the Impact Australian Down Under tour that was live exclusively on Fight. You can check it out anytime on demand on the Friday, the first day of the events. We saw both these men retain their titles.
That's right.
Cover and a kick out. Alex Shelley successfully defended his title against Steve Macklin. Macklin's contractual rematch. Also, Sabin retained his X Division title in a three-way match against Frankie Kazarian and Robbie Eagles. It was the next night, Saturday, day 2 of that event, that the Motor City Machine Guns lost an Impact World Tag Team title match against the reigning champions, the ABC. Now they're back here stateside in Atlanta competing this evening. And it does raise some questions about what their focus is like.
And to my point earlier, so far so good. Here, the Guns look like they're cooking on classic cylinders here as the teamwork looks incredible, but that tag team title loss.
Cover, form in the face, and a kick out.
I think does speak to the varying focuses, let's put it that way, of the Motor City Machine Guns. Does that make them maybe a little less effective as the team? Is that tag team magic out, you know, in the periphery right now with their focus on their individual endeavors?
Rush showing off his athleticism and a cheap shot at his Slammiversary opponent, the X Division champion, Chris Sabin, and a knee right to the midsection by the Impact World Champion, Alex Shelley. Shelley keeping an eye on Aldis and telling him to watch. And Shelley pursuing Rush on the outside. Wants some of Rush.
Look out, look out, look out.
Oh! Aldis lying in wait. Rush set the trap. Aldis capitalized. Can the Impact World Champion Alex Shelley and the X Division Champion Chris Sabin rebound in this match? Oh, and we are back here on Impact Wrestling and Access TV. This is our main event. Oh, the Motor City Machine Guns against Lio Rush and Nick Aldis with a heavy clothesline there. The National Treasure in command against the Impact World Champion.
And it was right before the break. We saw the trap set between Rush and Aldis, leveling Shelley on the floor. It has been all Rush and Aldis ever since.
Oh, and a cheap shot there by Rush as the official had his eyes on Nick Aldis, and now Sabin trying to get the official into the corner of Rush and Aldis to pay attention.
Rush taking advantage of the situation. There's a reason they call him the bad child. He's just gonna lean into that persona. You want me to be bad? I will be bad.
Bump handle toss there by the National Treasure. Preview of Slammiversary right now. Here's the cover on Sabin protecting Shelley on the cover.
Trying to get back into that well-oiled teamwork that's done the Guns so well.
Both these men, Aldis and Shelley, will battle for the Impact World Championship Saturday, July 15th in Windsor, Ontario, Canada, live on pay-per-view, Fight TV and DAZN internationally. Lio Rush legal into the match. Oh!
And as you see Shelley here on the defensive, nowhere near a tag on his own here. He kind of has to feel a little bit like that. He's on the top of the mountain, even though he's got his tag team partner, Chris Sabin, there. He is the one and only world champion in Impact Wrestling. And I don't want to throw a wrinkle in here, but let's not forget Impact has a long history of a little thing for our X Division champion called Option C, which is lure. And they just in the back.
I know what you're saying.
In the back of the mind.
I know what you're saying. But I hesitate to jump to that conclusion.
And I do too, but I would just be remiss if I didn't acknowledge that the opportunity and the fact is there. But right now, Rush taking all the attention, trying to squeeze the life out of the Impact World Champion.
Even though Aldis and Rush aren't exactly friends, Aldis stepping into the ring there, creating a little bit of a distraction, pulling the attention of the official, gave Rush the window there against the Impact World Champion. Off the suplex, here's the cover, hook the leg and a kick out. Shoulders down again, Shelley reaching for a tag, Shelley able to kick out. However, Raywall, to me it just seems like this is a man in Lio Rush who, at 24 years old, had a lot in front of him, was with the once triple champion here in Impact, Bobby Lashley, the world at his fingertips. And the world seems to perceive him in one way, and I think Lio Rush is looking at everybody else saying, you know what, screw you.
Well, that's what I was alluding to before, man. Like you said, absolutely handed the world at a very young age, thrust into the spotlight. Sometimes that can go to a lot of people's heads, but Lio Rush has been up and down the road since then, but people can't shake this idea about him, and maybe he's this bad guy, maybe he's too big for his britches or whatever, and I think he's had enough, and it's just like, fine, if that's who you're gonna assume I am, no matter what I do, I'm just gonna be that man, be that child, the bad child.
And now to Nick Aldis, some similar parallels in that we know what Nick Aldis used to be. We talked about it in the lead up to Against All Odds. It seemed like Nick Aldis, when he returned here at Rebellion, turned over a new leaf, that the man who became a two-time NWA World Heavyweight Champion was the man that Impact Wrestling was seeing here nowadays. But it seems this is the man who once upon a time turned this company upside down as Impact World Champion.
I, for one, believe in the case of Nick Aldis, though.
Oh, and a cheap shot on Sabin.
As you see, it's coming back all too easy for him. I think this is one of those cases of you can't quite truly change the stripes, if you will, of the tiger.
Oh! Oh, and now Rush sent into the top turnbuckle, and Shelley finds a way out. Face first into the middle turnbuckle goes Aldis, and the Impact World Champion has a chance here to tag in the X Division Champion.
He's got a long way to crawl there, though. As Rush comes in looking to take out Sabin, but denied.
Oh, nice job. Shelley makes the tag to Sabin.
Now these two who will meet at Slammiversary for the X Division.
Oh, kick there to Aldis. Boot right to the face. Beautiful drop kick.
Sabin firing on all cylinders here. Taking out both his opponents, feeling very confident. But look out!
Oh! Sabin, a little retaliation after what happened last week. Sunset flip. Now look at Shelley. Oh, big forearm shot. Oh, and now the Guns going to work on Rush.
Double team action here.
Oh, and a magic killer. Cover. Oh, and Lio Rush able to kick out.
Great flurry of offense from Sabin and the Guns, but the bad child stays in this one.
Now Sabin trying to find a way to put away Lio Rush here up onto the shoulders. Is it time for the cradle shot? Rush can feel it coming. Clearly did his homework on the Impact Original. Now Rush caught between Shelley and Sabin.
A little bit of ping pong action here with the Guns.
Oh, now Aldis. Aldis went after Sabin and suffers a dragon screw for his troubles. Now Sabin tosses Rush to Shelley. Oh, and a dragon screw to Rush. And the Motor City Machine Guns have turned this thing around, it looks like. Aldis sent into the barricade.
Yeah, despite the best efforts of Aldis and Rush, the Guns back to their synchronous ways here.
Oh, now look at Rush. Gets both Sabin and Shelley with that.
Sees his moment to strike, and there you go! It's that athleticism that has made him one of the best junior heavyweights in New Japan Pro Wrestling. And let's take one more look at this. The absolute beautiful athleticism of Lio Rush taking out his opponents on the floor. Incredible action in our main event here. And we are back down to Rush and Sabin in the ring.
Oh! Big clothesline there by Rush. Oh, and nearly took Sabin's head off. Rush targeting the X Division champion last week. And now look at this strength from Rush.
Could it be
Shoulders down. Oh, and a kick out by Sabin. But look at all this follow-up. Rush into the cover. Aldis thinks they've got it now.
I mean, that was beautiful timing. Aldis was perched up there just in case. Sabin kicked out. When he did, dropped the elbow, but still not enough to put Sabin away.
Aldis and Rush individually accomplished tag team wrestlers. Looked like they were gelling for their mutual benefit. And right now it's time, perhaps, for the final hour. Oh, wait a minute, went for the frog splash.
The Guns back into the equation. Teamwork picking up here.
Oh, great setup by the Guns. Now Aldis gets into the ring. Maybe trying to set up for that Michinoku driver. Trying to control the Impact World Champion. Sabin helping out Shelley with a cutter.
Beautifully done. The Guns here finding themselves back on the same page and cooking.
Oh, and now Rush doubled over. Oh, look at this. The handoff to Shelley. Great job by the Guns. 2-on-1. Is Rush done for? Oh, and it's broken up by Aldis.
Great wherewithal from the national treasure there.
Oh, hold on a second. Over the Cloverleaf. Kingsland Cloverleaf.
Looking to bend the Impact World Champion in half, but look out!
Super kick by Sabin, protecting Shelley. And now Shelley on the outside of the ring trying to control Aldis. Oh! Shelley sent into the steel steps.
Back first into those steps there.
Oh! And a low blow by Rush The official didn't see it. These are the two legal men.
Took advantage just like he did last week. Takes advantage of the situation. Now once again up top.
The final hour.
Nemo, look. Aldis has Shelley.
Cover. Russians pinned the X Division champion.
Here are your winners, Nick Aldis and Leo.
I mentioned it moments ago, the trend tonight has been new champions. In 5 out of 5 title matches thus far, we've seen new champions crowned. Will we make it 6 for 6?
Well, if you're Nick Aldis, walking into this matchup, seeing everything that's gone down here tonight, you've got to be feeling like there's a little bit of luck on your side, a little bit of history to be made to keep that trend going. Nick Aldis has to feel very good heading into this contest.
Back in 2013, he captured his first Impact World Championship, would depart this company, went on to capture 2 NWA World Heavyweight Championships in his return to reassume his former glory. But in order to do so, he's got to go through a man who is competing on a completely different level. Is Aldis the closer that he says he is?
That's the question for his opponent. Somebody who, to be fair, took 20+ years to reach that peak. Nick Aldis has been there multiple times. How does Shelley respond to that pressure?
Shelley believes he is the face of his generation, representing all these people now as the Impact World Championship. Remember back in Atlanta, it was Nick Aldis who literally put Alex Shelley on a different level than him and said, you sit with the fans because that's where you belong. Alex Shelley said, I embrace it. This is what I love about professional wrestling, and this is where you and I have never been the same.
And at the end of the day, as condescending as the tone from Aldis may have been, the facts he was saying remain the same. This is brand new territory for Alex Shelley. This is not new territory for that man. He knows how to be a champion. He knows how to be a star, how to be a franchise player and represent the company at the highest level.
The fans here in Windsor, behind the boy from Detroit who has spent significant time here in this city, and especially training at the famed Can-Am Dojo. Home turf advantage for Shelley as he defends his title.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your Slammiversary main event of the evening. It is for the Impact World Championship, scheduled for one fall. When the bell rings, your referee, Daniel Spencer. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing first in the corner to my right, he is the challenger from Kingsland, England, the national treasure, Nick Aldis. His opponent in the corner to my right from Detroit, Michigan, he is the defending Impact World Champion, Alex Shelley.
What a way to cap off this evening. We hope you'll join us for the Slammiversary post-show live on Impact Wrestling's YouTube and Impact Plus immediately following our broadcast.
And when we get to that post-show, we'll be telling you all about a new Impact World Champion. Or will Alex Shelley be standing tall with the gold still around his waist?
circles around on Nick Aldis. It's not illegal.
Well, yeah, I'm sure it's all above board. Here, is this one of the unscrupulous things that you don't like to see? Are you going to call it out now? Call it out, Tom.
I'm saying technically it's not illegal. At the same time,
okay,
think about what Nick Aldis has done, blasting Alex Shelley multiple times with the Impact World Title.
Look out! Oh! Shelley coming hot right out of the gate, and Aldis kind of let him and took advantage there.
Wait a minute. Early is going for the Kingsling Cloverleaf.
Tom, you heard it. Nick Aldis say he only needed one mistake from Alex Shelley. Shelley might have made that mistake.
Shelley did he get a little too comfortable, get a little too cocky maybe, blown the water in the face of Aldis, and now he's caught the Cloverleaf.
Got aggressive. He thought that maybe that's what he had to do.
Drag back into the center, drag back into the center. Is the machine gun era completely going to come to an end tonight?
Is this how it ends? Could it be this quick for Alex Shelley?
We saw how quickly Saban lost his X Division title earlier on. Is Shelley going to go the same way?
Could be a bad night for the Motor City Machine Guns.
Oh, Shelley now trying to fight, trying to claw to get to the bottom rope to break up the Kingsland Cloverleaf here against Aldis.
And
Shelley will break up the submission.
2, 3. But I hate to say it, a classic case of has the damage been done? It was Shelley in the early going, spit water into the face of Aldis. Aggressively went after the challenger. Very hot-headed if you ask me, and then it was Aldis who saw the opening and took firm advantage of it.
Sternum first into the top turnbuckle, and listen, you and I have known Shelley to be a hot-headed instigator. That is just who he is as a person.
And that's all well and good, and it's led him to some great tag team matches and everything like that, but this
it led him to a world title.
Exactly, but will it keep the world title? He got that win. Over Steve Macklin. But will he be a transitional champion, or can he solidify the beginning of his legacy atop of Impact Wrestling?
A drop kick to the knee there, that really ticked off Nick Aldis, and he's going to the power game with the pump handle setup.
And this is where Nick Aldis knows the pressure of this moment. He knows to keep it calm, keep it cool, keep it collected. That's how you win world titles. That's how you keep world titles.
Fans here in Windsor, Ontario, Canada, behind Alex Shelley, smash face first into the top turnbuckle by Aldis.
Look, Tom, I might get a little flack from this, and I'll take it, but there's an old saying, those who can't do, teach. And look, Alex Shelley can wrestle his ass off and teach and coach his ass off. But this is another level. Something Nick Aldis knows all about. There's different pressure to being the representative of a company, representative of a brand, doing media, being and acting like a star at all times. That's a new thing for Alex Shelley.
Shelley has never sought to be a quote-unquote superstar, anything like that. He wanted to be a wrestler. He wanted to be a champion.
Exactly.
And he's done that tenfold in his career. Aldis with the suplex out of the corner. A little flurry there from Shelley.
But to be a world champion is something more than just a wrestler. And that is something you have to know when you lace up the boots.
I understand what you're saying, but we know the journey that Alex Shelley has gone on. 20 years since his debut in Impact Wrestling, 21 years altogether in professional wrestling. Yes, he wasn't able to win the big one for a long time, but he maybe has found his way to the top of the mountain at this point in his career. Maybe he has figured it out at this point. The dragon screw.
Well, for his sake, Tom, I hope you're right.
And he went after the left knee earlier on with that low drop kick, and he's gone back to it with the dragon screw.
Looking like Alex Shelley indeed has a plan here. Might have started this one off a little hot-headed, but if he can laser focus in on that leg like he continues to do here.
Going after the right leg, kick to the hamstring there, just trying to take away the base of Nick Aldis. Talked about on the tail of the tape, Aldis the size and power advantage.
And that's a wise move if you're Alex Shelley. cut the larger opponent down to size, literally.
And think about trying to even set up for the Kingsland Cloverleaf. If you're trying to sit down on it in any capacity, there's no base, there's no power behind that for Aldis.
That's the veteran instinct. Shelley here who continues, despite the fight from Nick Aldis there, continuing to assault the leg.
Oh.
Now just leaping into almost a kick to the leg there, continuing this assault. This is what Alex Shelley needs to do. And Aldis needs desperately to prevent this. He needs to counter this.
And as great as Aldis is, for all the reasons you just got done listing, as many times as he's been a world champion, is he prepared for this type of technical game, this type of dissection? Shelley said it himself, I taught you a lot, but I didn't teach you everything. Aldis able to escape.
We are going to find out just how much Nick Aldis has learned from Alex Shelley and others in his long history in this business.
Shelley trying to pick up speed there, caught amongst the apron there by Aldis, and Aldis using the ringside area to his advantage.
I wonder, did Alex Shelley teach him that one?
Punch right to the face. There's so much that Aldis has taken away from the legends in professional wrestling. Rolls back inside the ring, resets the 10 count, very shrewd. Title can only change hands via pinfall or submission. In the ring, and the spine of Shelley into the post.
Say what you will about Nick Aldis. He is indeed a student of the game. He watches what works.
Now look at Aldis using his power and face first into the apron. Goes Shelley. Aldis rolls back inside. He resets the 10 count again, trying to explore the space here in the impact zone.
Yeah, very quickly, Aldis has turned things back around on Shelley. Does the damage on the outside and then rolls the champ back into the ring. But Aldis here, looking behind him, to the outside, to the rail, to the floor here. This could be bad news for Alex Shelley, who manages to escape. Oh! Great stunner across the ropes there into the throat of Aldis. And once again, a window, an opening.
Oh! To the arm!
Before it was the leg of Nick Aldis in the focus of Alex Shelley. Now the arm. The technical prowess of Shelley coming into work here again. Breaking down Aldis bit by bit.
Oh, into the eyes. Aldis goes to the eyes of Shelley. The official barking at Aldis. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, was trying to send Shelley into the steel post head first, and it backfired. Shelley rolls inside, resets the 10 count, goes back after Aldis.
Which says something about Shelley there. He can retain on a count out. Does not want to do it that way as he continues this assault on the hand of Aldis.
Oh, wait a minute, look, he's sticking the fingers inside the turnbuckle. Oh my God!
Twisting and bending against the steel.
Oh my God, bending back on the fingers.
You know, I didn't think about it for a minute there, Tom, but if you're Nick Aldis and you want to put on that cloverleaf, it's going to be a hell of a lot harder now.
He's thinking about breaking his damn fingers.
Come on.
Listen, Aldis ticked him off, all this stuff outside the ring. Shelley said, you know what, screw it, I'm going to make this even worse for you.
And Shelley started this aggression, starting this match off spitting water in the face of Aldis.
Oh, and stomping on the hand. And we talked about the damage done to the legs, so you've got damaged fingers and your legs aren't exactly cooperating. I mean, this is basically Alex Shelley just dismantling the national treasure.
And that is the strong suit of Alex Shelley.
Oh, tried to get caught up there with it. Going for a kick and another dragon screw.
And back to the leg. The focus on the arm. Just when you think there's enough, he turns to the leg. Nick Aldis being broken in multiple ways. A nasty chop block. Look at the way Nick Aldis just bent over his own knee. Oh!
Oh, now right to the eyes, Aldis continues to go to that, and smashing the face of Shelley into the canvas.
Maybe a little sense of desperation there from the challenger.
He's done that multiple times. Aldis was trying to corral Shelley. Look at this, not even back up to his feet. He's got to work his way up.
Trying to squeeze the life out of the champion, but once again, Shelley returning to the wrist that he's been laser focused stomping on, smashing.
Oh! Snaps at the arm, going after the fingers for a moment that he had trapped in the turnbuckle, was bending back against steel.
For all intents and purposes, Nick Aldis, we don't know, may have multiple broken fingers here. Must be fighting through agonizing pain right now.
Look at Aldis with a charge off of the ropes and a big clothesline, and Aldis knew he needed to level Shelley there just for a moment and buy himself some time. Scrambles into a cover, hook to the leg, and a kick out by the champion.
What you saw there, in addition to his hand, as soon as he hit that clothesline, his leg buckled as well, continuing to give him trouble. And I don't know if I recommend this on a bad leg, Nick.
And listen, he was trying to go for a bomb there with that clothesline. He knows if he hits the elbow, that's one of the biggest moves in his arsenal. This is desperation from Aldis.
Cut off with the pass here by the Impact World Champion. And Alex Shelley looking to bring him in the hard way.
On a superplex by Shelley. Shelley rips down the larger competitor from the top turnbuckle.
You saw Shelley, he got to his feet there and then immediately collapsed back down. Take a look here at what happened. The superplex bringing all this down hard. But Alex Shelley feeling the effects as well.
Something to be his hip, hard to tell.
Could be the low back. Took a lot of strength to rip all this off the top rope there.
Oh, and a straight right to the face. Oh.
I wouldn't get into a slugging contest with Nick Aldis necessarily.
Oh, look at Aldis. Happy to throw hands at this point in the matchup with his one good hand, that is.
Oh, God. Shelley lighting up the national treasure here in our main event at Slammiversary.
Face first into the middle turnbuckle.
Shelley now starting to feel the momentum here. The energy from the crowd here in his second home.
I'll wait for the super kick. Now Aldis once again, is he thinking about the Kingsland Cloverleaf, trying to step through? Think about the damage done to the fingers, however, and the legs.
Can he turn it over?
I just didn't have the strength. Didn't have the strength to turn it over.
No, there's so much grip strength needed
Hold
for that.
on.
Wait.
Figure four, shoulders down. Shelley couldn't get him.
Shelley's plan, for now, seeming to have worked.
Oh, it's slice spread by Shelley into the cover. Pressing the shoulders down. Wait a minute. Border City stretch.
Beautiful transition from the Impact World Champion there. Wait!
Oh, shoulders down, and a kick out there by Shelley.
And now, going again to the Cloverleaf, but no!
Oh, wait a minute, and Shelley's grabbing at the injured left hand, the fingers.
I thought it was just the pressure of the move, but Shelley latched on to the wrist and the fingers. Oh, no. He's got him split here.
Oh, and the small joint manipulation by Shelley. Oh, now once again, he's going for sliced bread, this time out of the corner. Oh, caught by Aldis. Oh, and the pile driver. Cover. Do we have a new champion? And a kick out.
The strength of Aldis nearly brought him home the gold, but he looks to follow up here.
Aldis up top. Elbow drop.
Is that it?
Shelley able to kick out.
Take a look one more time. The elbow perfectly planted across the throat, but somehow the champ stays in it.
Oh, wait a minute, and now Aldis has grabbed the Impact World Title belt here for ringside.
Maybe looking to repeat history a little bit here.
I mentioned it before, he's hit Shelley in the face with that belt twice.
Wait. How frustrated is Shelley, though, that Aldis introduced that?
Shelley, you can't do it. You'll get disqualified. Oh, and a low blow. That should be a disqualification. The official didn't see it.
Right time, right place. Could we have a new champion?
Oh, and a kick out by Shelley. Shelley won't die.
Aldis was certain. He was positive. He had found the moment to strike. But somehow, the heart of the champion still beats. And wait, one more time. Aldis grabs the title.
Oh, wait a minute. Trying to hit Shelley with the title again. Shelley, oh, the DDT onto the belt.
And now it's maybe Aldis who made the mistake.
Super kick. Aldis is busted open. Oh, he's in time. Shell shock.
Got him!
Shelley closes the book on Aldis.
Will lockdown history repeat itself? Tonight's challenger, Samoa Joe, a substantial experience edge in this matchup, including many high-profile matches at past lockdown events. Joe hopes that history repeats itself because his lone world title victory, it came at lockdown 6 years ago.
There's no doubt that Samoa Joe, that man right there, is a big-time player, a main event player. He loves pressure. And I gotta say, Magnus raises a very good point. I've been thinking about this. Does Joe's rage, does his temper get the better of him?
Can he hold those emotions in check? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, that's what Magnus is saying.
We saw recently on Impact Wrestling where MVP ruled that tonight's world title match, it's not going to be contested under what we've seen from Magnus in the past, those Magnus rules. What that does, Taz, potentially eliminates the champ's backup. All kinds of shortcuts that he's used to keep the title. And now it's the Samoan submission machine's wheelhouse, as you would say.
Yeah, well, it's Joe's rules. I mean, that's basically it. Tap out. Win by tap out, win by submission, win by knockout. I gotta tell you, I mean, is Magnus a paper champion? Everyone's been doubting him. He said that earlier. I've been doubting him. I don't think he's gonna win the match. A lot of people saying that about the guy. We'll see. He's a cocky SOB, I'll tell you that much. And he should be. He's got that big gold belt to say he's the man.
Official introductions for our World Heavyweight Championship match at Lockdown 2014 as we send it to center ring. JB, Jeremy Borash, take it away.
The following contest is for the TNA Heavyweight Championship of the World. When the bell rings, the man in charge, TNA official, Mr. Brian Hebner. And now, live from Miami, Florida, it's your heavyweight championship bout of the evening. There are no disqualifications. There are no countouts. There are no pinfalls. There is no escape. The only way to win the matchup is by tap out, knockout, or submission. Introducing, first of all, the challenger. Standing in the corner to my left, he weighed in this morning at 282 pounds and comes to us from the Isle of Samoa. He is the Samoan submission machine, Samoa Joe. And introducing, standing in the corner to my right, he weighed in this morning at 252 pounds, and tonight proudly represents his home country of England. He is the current reigning and defending TNA Heavyweight Champion of the World. This is Magnus.
Well, they hate him in his home country of England also. Not just here, by the way. We just witnessed that past few weeks on Impact.
That's true everywhere that we went in the UK. They were chanting paper champion. Now the paper champion's in a steel cage, and he's got to face the Samoan submission machine.
In Joe's rules, as we went over on these men's entrances. So, right now you see Magnus looking at
it's a concerned look, wasn't it?
Locking that door. I'm thinking, geez, I'm locked in here with an animal. And listen, Magnus knows Joe very well. These guys are former partners, former buddies.
Yeah, former World Tag Team Champion partners, also partners in the Main Event Mafia.
Correct.
You know, as someone who called every one of Samoa Joe's matches in that 18-month unbeaten streak that we saw when he arrived in TNA in 2005, the intensity level that I have seen from Samoa Joe over the course of the past couple of months, what he has done to Magnus, what he did to Bobby Roode, if you recall this incredible streak that he's had, his intensity is at a World Heavyweight Championship level.
Yep, sure is, buddy. And right now, here we go. It's for the world title right here. We're going to hook horns, hook it up. Let's do it. Trying to swear. That's what you see. You don't want to do that if you're Magnus. You don't want to get into that trading game of trading strikes with Joe. You also don't want to get on a mat with Joe. I think that if you are Magnus, you want to try and be clever. That is to the strength of Magnus, because Magnus saying and renting space in Joe's head, saying, "Hey, you got a temper issue, man." And Joe admitted, "I black out. I do things I shouldn't do. I know that. He gets crazed."
And you touched on that earlier, the fact that Samoa Joe, under all these circumstances, has to keep those emotions in check if he's going to be successful in this match. Quickly, the reversal stuffs off Magnus into the side head scissors. But equally impressive counter and turnaround that time by Magnus to grab the side headlock.
Yeah, I'm not that shocked. I mean, Magnus is the World Heavyweight Champion, so, he knows what he's doing, obviously. But I got you. You figure in a game of catch-as-catch-can, a wrestling game with chain wrestling, you would give the edge to Joe. In a striking game, you would give the edge to Joe. That's where this is going to be a problem for Magnus, the champ.
Magnus, the first British World Heavyweight Champion in 108 years.
Wow.
Unique move right here by Joe.
Yeah, getting that wrist, headbutt in the hand and wrist. I don't think I've ever seen that before. Got a nice tight hammerlock right here. Joe looks like he's about to snap that shoulder in half and that elbow. Joe seems to be trying to stay within himself. I know this guy's style very well, Samoa Joe. I could dissect him pretty good, and I'm not bragging, but I can. And he seems like he's trying to contain his rage a little bit. If Joe can do that, he will leave here with that world title.
The style of the Samoan submission machine, so reminiscent, Taz, of your style that you employed in the ring. So nobody can get that, a better view, better analysis than you can. And I think I've seen the same thing here from Joe in the early going, the opening minutes of this matchup, where he is trying to keep those emotions in check.
Yeah, and right here, it's just, look, a side headlock tightly applied on Joe. And Joe, he can either suplex out of this, get some wrist control, turn into a top wrist lock, shoot off, do something here, we'll see what it is. Or hit a guy with a running back elbow and drop him. You can do that too.
That was option C? Yeah, I think so.
Option C worked.
This is the striking power that we talked about.
Look at this.
First, the piston-like rights. Then the rights and the lefts as he drops the champ in the corner.
Can you win this match by knockout, by submission, or by tap out? There might be some confusion of people. They're not know. Well, a tap out is the same as a submission.
Well, kind of.
Kind of, but not really.
Well, there's the tap out where you tap to show the referee that you've given up, and submission would be verbally submitting, saying I quit, I give.
Yes, sir. You basically said it. Or if you cannot continue, you opt not to tap out. That would go into the submission end where the referee decides you can't continue. So, what do I know?
I think Magnus is about to feel the face wash. Bottom of the boot of Joe, repeatedly across the head and face of the champ. There's the power behind the high-running knee.
Well, that's not going to help the rugged good looks of our world champion.
Joe sizing up the champ, sneaks in from behind. Another couple of strikes by Joe.
Stinging shots, man. Real quick, snapping shots.
Joe likes to put these moves together, and off the inverted atomic drop, he follows up with another strike, this time using the bottom of the boot. Whoa! And then he went for the backsplash.
The big boy, if he lands on you. But again, as we said, Magnus knows Joe very well.
And that was Magnus sensing that Joe was putting that series of moves together.
You could just feel a sense of urgency out of Magnus. Yep. Right, Mike? You can feel it.
You sure can. It's like, I better get to it, and I better get to it right now.
But that's how you have to be, you know what I mean? That's what you have to do. When a guy's putting a boatload of offense on you, and you get that opening, you got to do what Magnus did, man. Young wrestlers need to know that. You got to have a sense of urgency. Hence why this guy's the world freaking champion. That's important. The world, I get a little crazy, sorry.
The world heavyweight champion at 27 years of age. Is Joe going to try and fight his way out of the corner? Again, he goes to the striking game.
Yeah, it's tough for Magnus even to get his hands up and defend himself. He's getting jammed like crazy.
Again, maybe it's the familiarity that Magnus has. So many matches where he's been the tag team partner of Samoa Joe in recent years.
So see, that right there is smart by Magnus. Not going in real quick on Joe, because he knows Joe right now is like a wounded animal. So he waits, he hits him from behind when he's not looking. That works.
That's one way to attack. Here goes Joe, who's able to quickly turn it around. Oh,
my God. Wow.
Oh! Off the other side of the cage goes Magnus, head and face first.
And the amount of force. Holy smokes. Okay, that was nuts.
Wow.
That was nuts. Oh! The 11th one was the worst, and then the 12th one. I count 12.
This is the championship intensity level that we were talking about earlier. And Magnus down in the corner. It looks like Magnus's head's been
split open for
I
sure.
think he has been split open.
Just took a peek here, yep. And look at Joe now. He's like, I heard him from here. He's like, oh. It's like that shark that sees blood in the water. He sees the opening.
And opening is right. Yeah. Opening up the cut even further. And now gnawing and biting on the head of the champion.
Well, that's that animalistic side of Samoa Joe. This is what he's got to be careful of. Containing that rage. Contain it, Joe. Oh, my God. Look at the shape that the champ is in.
The powerful offense by Joe enables him to go airborne and drop the knee.
I got to tell you, Mike, I can't recall. Maybe you can. The last time we've seen Magnus get split open. I don't know either, but I mean, this is really a rough sight to see here. The champ.
And how does that affect the champion?
He's in trouble, man.
Joe stalking as he heads to the corner. And heads is right because it's headbutts, 3 of them.
I mean, it's just Joe all the way here. Magnus able to get it to the right. Maybe he can do something now.
And again, it's that running knee from behind that's been the successful part of the offense for Magnus to this point in the match.
Well, Magnus, he said it too. He said it earlier. He said, "Oh, you know, you corner me. I'm like a caged animal." And he's got, you know, he has so much to lose here. He's got the World Heavyweight Championship. Dixie Carter, her champion. Now Joe split open.
Joe split open as we see. Magnus going to go submission here. He's going to try for the figure 4 leg lock.
And Joe's got those big, thick legs. It's easy to get that hold on a guy with big, thick legs, and it's difficult if you're the guy with those big, thick legs. So this hold hurts so much.
And Joe fighting through the pain. Again, it's Joe's rules, and Magnus trying to beat Samoa Joe at his own game, trying to beat him with a submission.
Well, both men are split open wounds in their head and face area. Shows how vital the World Heavyweight title is here in TNA. And notice he turned it. Joe turned it.
Maybe the advantage of those big, thick legs. The ability to turn things around and reverse the figure 4.
Yeah, that powerful body of Samoa Joe. Both men up now, vertical base. Nice drop toe hold by the world champion. And now look at this. Got himself a camel clutch. I mean, the pressure on the lower back of Samoa Joe. This hold obviously made famous by the legendary Iron Sheik. The great Iron Sheik.
By the Sheik.
And the Sheik, right. Well, yeah, well, depends. Who did it first? All right. Well, right now, Joe able to break it. Once again, the power.
It's one way to do it. Back the champ up into the corner. And Magnus slides in from behind. Tried for the submission, tried for the sleeper, and back at it again. Look how quickly Joe's able to turn it around and drop him on his back, right in the back of his head.
Great back arch in that rear suplex. Be careful when you grab a guy who knows how to throw people around his head late in the match. He'll put you on your head. Great job by Samoa Joe.
It's one of Joe's specialties.
But Joe can't follow up, he can't capitalize on that. The amount of energy it took out of him to hit that throw and the offense that's been put on him.
Champion up to his feet first and able to try and get some offense going against Joe. He got one strike in, Joe answered, and now they exchange. Those forearms and elbows at the same time.
Yeah, you're right. He's bringing the forearm and striking with that elbow coming across.
Severe damage done by the challenger who gets the boot right in the face. Ooh! Joe saw it coming. This time,
got it now.
Backsplash by Samoa Joe was on target. Rake of the eyes by Magnus.
Oh, here it is. Nice.
Snap, slam. Oh, gonna go arm breaker.
Yep.
Cross armbar applied.
Exactly. Got that Juicy Katami in there real tight. He's gonna get the tap out victory. This could be it right here.
He's gonna pop the elbow of Magnus in the process. One or the other.
Oh yeah, there's no way for Magnus to grip his own hand to alleviate that pain. Look at Magnus. Wow. Foot under that on the rope.
Wow, how did he do that? The long legs of Magnus. What an advantage there. You're right. He had so much ground to make up in terms of trying to counter the armbar by Joe. Oh, you can just sense Joe going in for the kill. Ooh! Gonna try and set things up for a muscle buster with the chop. Instead, answered by Magnus with the eye rake.
Yeah, Magnus, I don't know what he's got in mind here, but Joe's gonna cut him off here. Magnus, I'll tell you what, man. He's fighting his rear end off to hold on to his title.
And prove all the doubters wrong. Here he comes. Boom.
That elbow that was made famous how these guys won the tag team titles. Joe would hit that snapmare, I believe, and then Magnus would hit that elbow. Now Joe eats it. There's one.
Right on.
This might be that you get a submission victory here. Oh, I'm sorry, knockout victory. My bad. Drank too much last night.
Whoop. Wait a minute. Life left in the challenger. Joe trying to feed off the crowd here in Miami. Magnus attacks with the right hand, but Joe right back up to his feet.
Kind of motivating Joe. He's getting that intensity level up.
That's all it's doing.
Oh, jeez. Holy open hand slaps. Slapping the daylights out of him. He's going, oh, man.
Samoan striking machine.
Joe's hanging on, trying to hang on to that ankle.
Oh!
Yeah, big Yahtzee right there, buddy.
Crutched in the corner.
He's got him set up if he wants to hit that muscle bust. He can do it right about now. And I think that's what he might have in mind.
Here it is. Could be step number one to a new world heavyweight champion.
He's got him. He's got him.
Bam!
He's got
Dead
it.
center.
It's over, baby. Go for the cover, kid.
No, go for the choke.
Oh, my bad. That's right. And he did it.
There it is. Rear naked choke after the muscle buster. Ring positioning for Joe is great. They're on their feet at ringside in anticipation of a new champ.
You called it, Mike. Go for the choke. You should be his manager. He's got him.
Magnus flailing, trying to show that he has one.
Wait a minute. What the hell? What is that?
What the hell?
What is the hell?
The hell is that?
What is going? It's getting pulled into the ring, to the bottom.
What?
Okay.
Are you kidding me? What did we just see here?
Who grabbed him? What the hell?
We just saw the arm, the hand come up through the mat and drag Joe to hell.
He had the victory. Joe had the win. He got pulled in.
We had everything but the tap out there.
Well, who done that? Who is it? What happened?
And what's going on underneath the ring?
I don't know. I wouldn't go near that hole if I was any of those guys in that ring. The ref or Magnus.
You can see how cautious Magnus is.
Well, what? Who's that? Who is this now? What?
Oh my God!
What the hell is going on here, man? Joe, he looks completely enraged.
Samoa Joe able to come back from whatever that was underneath the ring.
Whatever it is grabbing his leg and he's kicking it.
The look on the face of Magnus, like he's seen a ghost.
This is completely insane.
Joe's got him throttled in the corner.
Joe's got him for sure. He can do whatever the hell he wants with him right now. He's got him goozled, and he's choking him out with one hand. Magnus can't do anything.
Champion,
whatever he wants.
in the corner.
Oh, wait, Mike!
What the hell?
Abyss!
Oh, with Janice!
Oh, my God!
We haven't seen Abyss for weeks. The monster comes back.
Abyss pulled him into the... What the hell is going on here? It's a world title match. Oh, no!
Joe laid out. Abyss hits the black hole slam.
Magnus better be careful.
He better be careful. What? Well, check him out. It's easy pickings now. I mean,
we saw the eye contact made by Magnus.
With Joe's choke.
That's exactly what it is. He's trying to beat Joe under Joe's rules with Joe's own submission hold.
He's out. He's out for the black hole slam. He got driven. This is, oh, wow. Joe, hang on there. Fight, Joe.
Oh, this is, no. Nope.
Wow. Wow.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the match via chokeout submission and still TNA Heavyweight Champion of the World, Magnus.
I don't know what to say.
This is ridiculous. I'll tell you what to say. Not the way that it should have been under any circumstances. To have this important of a match end like that.
I definitely agree with you. There's no doubt about that. And obviously, this was a trap. This was a plan. I mean, I'm assuming here, just by what we're witnessing here, Magnus was behind this whole charade with Abyss under the ring, and he pulls Joe under the ring. Are you kidding me? Wow. I tell you, I guess this is why so many people, fans and people inside TNA and front office people and what have you, except for Dixie Carter, are wondering, is Magnus a paper champion?